efficiencies and setting the stage for a faster, more accountable era of justice delivery in Ghana.
Through the ongoing revision of rules of court, we are attempting something fundamental to ensure that procedure serves justice and does not suffocate it.
With more from the Supreme Court's 150th anniversary launch also coming up, anti-corruption campaigners warn that moves by the NDC and NPP following the OSP court ruling could derail prosecutions and set the country's accountability efforts back.
No, he got it wrong. As far as I'm concerned, he got it wrong. Both sides of the political divide. It looks like they are afraid of the baby they gave birth to, and they want to throw away the baby in the bathwater.
It's taking us backwards. In fact, 8 years backwards.
We have more coming up in business.
Freight forwarders suspend industrial action at Tema Port following an agreement with the GRA and the Ministry of Finance.
And later, rural midwife designs basket for emergency newborn transfers in Bosumtwi. These and more coming up with me, Mami Esinyamiche Thompson. Do stay for details. The details now. Chief Justice Paul Bafuboni is confronting one of the most persistent flaws in Ghana's judicial system, crippling delays that have long denied citizens timely justice. With a reform-driven agenda, he is pushing the boundaries of traditional court processes, introducing measures aimed at fast-tracking case management and leveraging technology to reduce bottlenecks. The signal from his lordship will see a shift to efficiency, transparency and responsiveness in justice delivery. He spoke at the launch of the Supreme Court's 150th anniversary launch.
We cannot say that all is well. There are still delays. There are still barriers. There are still moments when justice feels distance to those who did it most, and confidence is shaken when justice comes too late. We celebrate the present through concrete actions already in motion. Through the e-justice program, we are moving toward digital filing, digital service, virtual hearings, and digitized records, making justice faster, more efficient, and more accessible. We have introduced extended court cities via the two-stream system, turning time itself into an ally of justice. Through specialized courts for emerging areas of law, we are acknowledging that the law must grow with society. And through the ongoing revision of our court rules of court, we are attempting something fundamental to ensure that procedure serves justice and does not suffocate it.
Meanwhile, Deputy Attorney General Shrem Sai made a case to maintain jury trials instead of abolishing them, arguing that technology should strengthen the system.
We do not think that jury trials should be abolished. We believe that technology has come and would assist us to improve jury trial systems. So, for example, we have the digital address system, we have the national identification system, all of which will help us to be able to diversify the jury system and to also educate the populace to understand that justice cannot be fully done without the participation of the people.
You heard the Deputy Attorney General, Justice Shrem Sai. Now, anti-corruption campaigners are mounting sharp criticism against the NPP and NDC, describing the political commentary surrounding the recent High Court ruling on the Office of the Special Prosecutor as a move that risks slowing down corruption prosecutions. The Attorney General on Thursday announced a takeover of all cases initiated by the Special Prosecutor following the court's decision that the office lacked the required authorization to prosecute independently. But anti-graft advocates warn that the move could weaken Ghana's anti-corruption drive. Mariada is Executive Director of Transparency International Ghana.
But for us in civil society, we believe without a doubt that the reasoning and the posturing for setting up this office have not changed. And so the implications on the fight against corruption is taking us backwards. In fact, 8 years backwards. The purpose for founding this office to investigate and prosecute issues around corruption and corruption related to corruption in procurement, I believe we have not dealt with exhaustively.
Chair of the Africa Union Advisory Board Against Corruption, Adam Senanu, argues that the judge erred, insisting no such authorization is required.
The Constitution is absolutely clear that prosecutorial authority can be delegated by law. Parliament passed Act 959. So the delegation by law that the Constitution espouses has been done. And then Gloria Kufo signed LI 2374 that authorizes the office. So LI 2374 is the authorization, whatever fiat or whatever people are talking about, has been done. But
he further describes the situation as a political plot by the political class to evade accountability.
It's interesting that we're seeing this kind of bipartisan sentiments from both sides of the political divide. It looks like they're afraid of the baby they gave birth to and they want to throw away the baby in the bathwater. We shouldn't allow them to do so. We can see through the mask of all that they are doing. The corruption must stop, and they should stop pretending that they are serving the best interests of this nation by saying he needs a fiat, they need a fiat, and so on and so forth. They are not deceiving anybody.
The Vice Chairman of Parliament's Employment, Labour Relations and Pensions Committee, Isaac Ashai Odampton, says the committee will invite the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, NPRA, for further scrutiny. This follows claims by Old Tafo MP Vincent Amoah that the authority is seeking 700 million cedis loan to fund Phase 2 of its headquarters, while Phase 1 is allegedly underutilised.
Some 3-4 years ago, the NPRA committed a lot of money in building the first phase of the headquarters of the NPRA. And today, if you move along the N1 highway, that facility is there, uncommissioned, unused. We have a certain NPRA CEO who has also taken pensioners' money, about 700 million Ghana cedis, to go and expand that headquarters. A headquarters that you have not even used, a headquarters that you have not even commissioned.
Mr. Ashai Odampton says the committee is committed to investigating the matter. Now, the Environmental Protection Agency Authority, has halted ongoing land degradation activities along parts of the banks of Lake Bosumtwi in the Ashanti region after reports of invasion and destruction of protected ecological zones. The activities have affected several hectares around 3 communities along the lake's shoreline and are said to have been carried out without authorization. Dr. Jackson Edi Yanyantichi is Ashanti Regional EPA Director.
They've been stopped based on the Environmental Protection Act 1124, where we think that such a project needs the authorization from the EPA. So they've been stopped based on that law, and then they've been directed to come to the EPA office, where the requisite regulatory bodies will meet, we discuss with them, we want to know what they want to do, and then possibly direct them to go back to restore the degraded land that they have.
In many rural parts of Ghana, getting a newborn to advanced care can be just as dangerous as the condition itself. With rough roads, limited staff, and often no ambulance available, midwives are forced to improvise during critical referrals. At St. Mary's Anglican Clinic in Epinkra in the Bosumtwi district, a midwife has developed a simple yet life-saving solution: an emergency handmade basket designed to safely hold and transport babies even on the most difficult journeys. Our reporter Rabna Kwe has more on the story.
In the rural stretch linking Apinkra, Behinase, Niaso and Kokorbiku in the Bosumtwi district of the Ashanti region, the journey to advanced medical care is as daunting as the emergencies that demand it. The roads are rough and uneven, turning every referral into a test of endurance for both caregiver and the child. At St. Mary's Anglican Clinic in Apinkra, the challenges begin long before the baby is placed in a vehicle. In 2016, when midwife Margaret Akon Chakli was posted there, she was the only midwife on duty. It is during referrals that the system shows its deepest cracks. The Bosumtwi district relies largely on a single ambulance. When it is unavailable, taxi is arranged, and within minutes or sometimes hours, a newborn in distress must be moved to an urban facility for treatment. Margaret began working on a solution. What she created is now known simply as the emergency traveling basket. The basket is designed to securely hold a newborn during transfers, but more importantly to withstand the realities of movement along rough, unpredictable roads. Margaret does not sell the basket. Instead, she has shared the design with other health facilities across the district. The response has been positive, but adoption is slow. She is seeking assistance to expand its reach.
We are seeking help to do at least 100 baskets to distribute it to the rural areas.
That's how we end this morning's bulletin here on Joe 99.7 FM. Up next is business on the Super Morning Show. Do stay.
Oh, jump on now.
Go, the go. Google me. At what time will you come back where I don't hear the sound of your car? Why you buy new car?
No, I don't change my car. It be the same ride. It be the fuel way I change. Way one shouts it. Ever since I started using the all-new Excellium Premium Fuel, fortified with 3-in-1 action. Oh, Joe, now my car they run like electric car. No, it's so.
This is the type of fuel where they want to. Because now engine they cost. Where they want for way if I buy it, it go protect my engine. And with the small way I buy, I'll go drive, sir.
Absolutely. It's like strapping a turbocharger to your engine and giving it a protector. And what they bust my mind, Seth, be the 3-in-1 action, no? Excellium, they prevent up to 99% of deposit. It be anti-wear, some be anti-corrosion. Won't pay when I open there.
Hey, so where can I find this magical fuel?
Just head over to any Total Energy service station and your car will thank you.
Hey, then make a finish my gobe fast, then rush go Total Energies. My friend, but why your hand my gobe inside?
I give you info. Make a fill the gobe too small.
Go.
Excellium is designed to protect your car engine, decrease fuel consumption, and lower CO2 emissions. Don't say fuel, say Excellium. Choose Excellium, choose quality.
When I say ABSA, you say yes. ABSA Bakiti, we go say yes this 2026 till your jobs be dropping down. Yes, you listening to me right now. I know you get dreams. A work is here, and they work it well. Like me, I want to buy that Porsche car I've been dreaming of. I move into my dream house. No landlord will say me. Join the ABSA family and let's help you say yes to your dreams with tailored banking solutions from loans, mortgages, credit cards to digital banking and more. Make 2026 the year of yes with ABSA. Your story matters.
You need a trusted friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. You need a trusted friend on whom you can depend when things come crashing down. Insurance, your trustworthy friend. Insurance, your trustworthy friend.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
Brushing gets more fun with your kids with the new Pepsodent Kids toothpaste. Give your smiles protection that lasts. Grab yours today from a store near you. This advert is FDA approved.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a special feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Cast your mind back to 2022. The prices were rising. The stress was high. Every liter of fuel felt like a sacrifice. Do you remember who stepped forward first? When others were comfortable with high prices, Star Oil chose you. We cut our own profits so you could keep your AC on, keep your engines running, and keep your life moving without the heavy burden. We gave you room to breathe when things felt tight. Because of you, our star savers, we became number one. Today, the pumps are a battleground. Others are finally cutting prices because they have to. But Star Oil, we do it because we want to. Don't just chase a price, remember a friendship. We were there for you then, and with new innovations coming your way, we are here for you now. Star Oil, still quality and affordable fuels for all.
When the bills are mega.
When the plans are mega.
When the pressure is mega.
When the need is mega.
Then you need a mega answer. That answer is Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loan. Societe Generale Ghana's Mega Loans promo is available to new and existing salaried workers, existing loan subscribers, including top-up customers and pensioners. Get support for personal needs, family priorities, school fees, home improvement, business support, and more. Enjoy big loans, low rates with a quick and straightforward process designed to help you move without delay. Visit any Societe Generale Ghana branch today or call 030-2214-314. Societe Generale Ghana. The future is you.
Welcome back, and thank you very much for staying with us here on the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. And the 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Absa Bank Ghana Limited. Your story matters. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, and Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you, which means we can bring you the Joy Business Report brought to us by Omni Basic Bank, not just another bank, and Safari Valley Resort, bringing you closer to nature. James, good morning.
Winston, good morning.
How you doing, man?
I'm good. Yourself?
Oh, as you can see, God is taking very good care of his children, so we're fine. We're fine. This morning I have a conversation. I have a question for you. Mami Esikam, I have a question for you too. I want us to do something, okay? And starting off with you, James. So marriage, would you marry because of love, or you'd say financial security, or maybe odokakra sikakakra? Which?
Winston, someone would say this is a critical question.
Very critical.
You can't just do love without money. Oh yeah.
Oh, you love the person.
You can love the person, but if there's no money, why not, Charlie?
You are going to marry. You and the lady are going to get married. You are still thinking about money.
I know I'll be rich, but then if the lady also has something, why not? We go with the two.
Mami, see what says thou.
So Winston, I think that marriage in itself is not bad. The person you're going to get married to, whoever says that I'm ready to get married has their reasons for getting married. It could be beyond money.
I mean, see, I've asked you. I'm asking you.
And I'm saying, let me come to us. I'm answering your question.
Yes.
You're
going far.
So I'm saying that all these things you're mentioning, love, money, plays a significant role in marriage. They are important. So what I will consider is whether that person is has the potential to have both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So love is important, but money is also important.
Yes, both are important.
So the same thing.
Both are important.
So you say odokakra.
Yeah. And money is a tool to make things work.
Money can even bring about love.
Yes, I think. I don't know, but I think so.
Oh, it does. Don't worry. Marriage. Money can. You see, an old lady told me something years ago. She said that, look, when she was married to her husband, she just wanted to be sure there was money at home. Not because the husband was going to give her the money, but she just wants to know that there's money at home. And for her, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
And that's what actually gets me to say this. And for those of us who are married, I'll tell you the truth. Love is good, but no matter how rich a man is, if you're going to ask him for money to do everything, it gets to a point he'll be fed up.
Yeah, that's true.
So you must also get your money. You must also get your money. That's very important.
Yeah.
So when you also get your money, the very little things that you need, you don't have to go to your husband or your partner that I want to do this, I want to do that. Come on. So, well, let's see what people would say.
I mean, when the money comes from both sides, it's sweeter.
Oh, the man, not only from the man.
No.
When they're getting married, they tell the woman that
people make a lot of noise about Proverbs 31 woman, but that woman was buying lands. That woman had money.
Preach on, sister.
Yes. So it is good that money comes from both sides. But really, it's the man, traditionally, that's the provider of the home, has to ensure that, everybody is taken care of.
Look, I know that the man traditionally is the provider of the home. But I'll tell you this, and when I was going to secondary school, once we vacate, I'll come and put my school fees on my dad's table. I know that by the time we reopen school, my school fees will be ready. And that'd be the only thing I'd go and take from my father and my pocket money to school. All my provisions were bought by my mother. Yeah, and it got to a point in time, the shito that I'll take to school, my mother says she's tired, so I should prepare it myself. You prepare it yourself. But that's how they had done it. My mother was a baker.
Yeah.
And, you know, when you're going to school, you know that, your provisions and everything, she will buy them for you. But you know that your school fees, you go and take it from your father. So, odokakra, sikakakra, it's better.
Yeah.
Right, it's the best. I don't know what you think, but first get on to X, use the hashtag JoySMS, then on WhatsApp 055-1111-997. But the freight forwarders have also suspended their action at the ports following discussions with the Ministry of Finance and GRA. So we'll get into it here on the Super Morning Show. So who gets the trumpet, James?
We're giving it to the freight forwarders for suspending their industrial action at the Tema port. Yeah, so
to the freight forwarders we say
trumpet. Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up in this morning's bulletin, freight forwarders suspend industrial action at Tema Port following an agreement with the GRA and the Ministry of Finance and Government Public-Private Partnership Tomato Initiative with Farmmate Limited to deliver over 300,000 jobs nationwide. And in our business journal for today, we examine the growing trend of student businesses on campus to partly solve the country's growing unemployment rate. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Joy Business Report. My name is James Ishan. Let's settle for the details now. The Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders has suspended its industrial action at the port, awaiting a final outcome from an engagement with the Ministry of Finance and the Ghana Revenue Authority. According to JIF in a statement released last night, the outcomes of the engagement will be critically assessed and will inform decisions subsequently. Except of the statement noted, to be clear, our industrial action only been put on hold, not withdrawn. The leadership of the Business Forum remains committed to constructive dialogue, but will not hesitate to take all necessary steps to protect the integrity, sustainability, and fairness of Ghana's trading environment. We shall bring you more in our subsequent bulletin. Now, away from that, a new public-private partnership between the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and Farmmate Limited is expected to create over 300,000 direct and indirect jobs across Ghana's agricultural value chain as the country scales up tomato production and processing nationwide. Minister for Food and Agriculture, Eric Opoku, told Joy Business that the intervention for this partnership is timely.
We envisage to produce 600,000 tons annually from Farmmate alone for Ghana. Then certainly Ghana will be self-sufficient and even be able to export the rest to the other countries. It is also going to impact on job creation, supporting tens of thousands of farmers, and it will create over 300,000 jobs across the value chain. That is direct and indirect, with a strong focus on youth training and apprenticeship.
Eric Opoku as the Minister for Food and Agriculture. Now, the Executive Director of the African Center for Energy Policy, Ben Boakye, is advocating the full privatization of the Electricity Company of Ghana as a solution to persistent inefficiencies in the country's power distribution sector. According to him, the current structure of ECG has failed to deliver the level of operational efficiency needed to ensure reliable power supply and financial sustainability. Speaking to George Rafi on PM Express Business Edition in Washington, D.C., USA, Ben Boakye stressed that previous attempts at reforming ECG have not yielded the desired result, making a stronger case for full privatization.
Create an ecosystem that can actually generate revenue. If we are even taxing the over $4 billion revenue, we're even taxing at 5%. Do you know how much revenue will come to the state? But we are rather pumping more money because we have decided not to deal with the inefficiencies in the sector, and we keep pumping money into it. Government should just take its hands off and give it to the private sector to manage it.
Workers are worried about their fate.
I have friends in there.
Examples.
I have a lot of friends. I have a lot
private
of
sector intervention.
I have a lot of friends in ECG all the way to the top, and I keep telling them all the time, ECG is not their company. It's a company for the Ghanaian people. And when we are taking a decision,
they're not going to lose the right to raise concerns about
nobody's going to lose their job.
Allowing private hands to come in, we're going to lose our jobs.
How are they going to lose their job? Last time we attempted negotiation, we locked it in that they wouldn't sack people, and ECG is overstaffed.
Ben Boache is the Executive Director at the Africa Center for Energy Policy. Now, Head of Finance at Meban Capital, Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji, says government must ramp up gold sales as part of effort to stabilize the Ghana cedi. A score follows projections that the local currency could face renewed depreciation towards the end of the year, despite recording its strongest first quarter performance since at least 2021. Speaking to Joy Business, he stressed the need to intensify strategies to boost foreign exchange inflows.
Some of the factors, as you rightly mentioned, that actually account for the depreciation of the currency first quarter largely has to do with importers who try to restock their goods after Christmas, and also repatriation of profit by multinational companies in Ghana. And so going forward, in order to sustain the performance that we have done, I think we need to take advantage of the current gold prices to sell more. In any case, Ghana is now the first producer of gold in Africa, and so we need to sell more in order to rake in the needed effects.
And that was Nelson Kujo Kwagbeji, Head of Finance at Meban Capital. Now, Japan Motors Ghana has reaffirmed its commitment to customer satisfaction and long-term value delivery with enhanced after-sales support following the launch of the all-new Nissan Patrol in Accra. Speaking at the launch event held at Silver Star Towers, Managing Director of Japan Motors Ghana, Salem Kalmoni, emphasized the company's focus on reliability and service excellence.
At Japan Motors, we're committed not only to delivering world-class vehicles, but also to ensuring complete peace of mind for our customers. The all-new Nissan Patrol comes with a comprehensive 3-year warranty or 100,000 kilometer warranty, whichever comes first, when purchased directly through Japan Motors. Our goal is clear: to provide our valued customers with exceptional after-sales support, delivered by highly trained technicians in a world-class service environment.
Salem Kalmoni is the Managing Director of Japan Motors Ghana. You're still listening to the Joy Business Report on our business journal for today. As graduate unemployment continues to rise in Ghana, a growing number of young people are shifting from job seekers to job creators, sparking a broader debate about the role of education and entrepreneurship in achieving success. We engage some student entrepreneurs to examine how they are coping with the new trend. Here is more in our journal for today.
You can run, but you can hide. Stop destroying this earth.
We're sorry for the wrong insert. We'll bring you that particular report in our subsequent bulletin. Now, before we go, let's do some commodities, as crude oil is still trading at $98 a barrel this morning. Gold increased by more than $3 to open trading at $4,793 an ounce. Cocoa lost more than $100 and selling at $3,455 a ton. To some currency news now, the dollar this morning is going for 11 cedis 20 pesos. That's the rate some of the major commercial banks are offering to their clients. The euro is going for 13 cedis 16 pesos. The British pound is going is trading at 15 cedis 15 pesos. The forex bureaus, on the other hand, are selling a dollar at 11 cedis 50 pesos. And that's all for the Joy Business Report with me, James Ishen. Before I go, let me run you through our headlines for today. As freight forwarders have suspended their industrial action at Tema Port following an agreement with the GRA and the Ministry of Finance. Also, government public-private partnership tomato initiative Reformate Limited to deliver over 300,000 jobs nationwide. Winston
James, let me look at how the Ghana cedi is performing against the dollar. You know, it's very crucial.
We're still doing 11.20.
20. Okay, yesterday was 11.20. Today is also 11.20. And crude oil in the world market, let's see.
Crude oil is $98.
Oh, no. It has to go down. Anyway, let's get our inspirational song. One by Akwabua, Uye. Actually, God is good. Around this time, half of it. Let's enjoy.
If you're gonna do, say yeah, yeah. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Let me see your hand like that. So this is a gospel song. So I'm gonna teach you how to sing it. If God has been faithful to you, I want you to sing the same song with me now. Thank you so much. Nabasa kesi ede dameso, mama meso krasa bo mabaso. Ya de mini nam enroso, fidi no hema bo ntiriso. Ai, aman sam measure me. You've been so good to me, and I can't explain you. God, you're so good. God, you're so kind. God, you're so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. God, you're so good. God, you're so kind. God, you're so wonderful. Now this is the chorus. That's the song. Let's do it. Can we do one more time? Don't sit down like I need you to get up on your feet and acknowledge that God is the greatest. And trust in yourself, let us say God is the greatest in your life. Get up on your feet and let's do this song together. Acknowledge the God Almighty Himself. And very international, what you say. I pray to be a Kayaman Tammy, what would be a feature? And fast for my mama, so I did tell me, and I could be and swear I can't be you. Or see me, I am feeling. Oh, you're so good. God, you're so kind. God, you're so wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. God, you're so good. God, you're so kind. God, you're so wonderful. Let's do it again. Oh, I don't know me. I said if God has been good to you, sing it with me. I don't know me.
Yeah, and that's Akwabwa with Wuye here on the Super Morning Show. Our inspirational song. Kwakwa Shante.
Mr. Winston Amoah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. The morning is looking good. Apart from some small incident this morning, but I'm good. Sometimes.
What small incident is that?
Oh, this morning around Shashi, what do we call it? Just after Standards Authority, the traffic lights. So I just gone past the traffic lights, and there are a lot of the trotros. They take over the two roads, especially during rush hour like this. So there is this other vehicle that is just trying to get into my lane. I mean the inner lane. Okay, so he just zooms there without the traffic indicator, nothing. He just bump into my fender like that. Oh, and he finished after that. Instead of just parking and coming to see the damage you've caused to the other car, he was just driving. He was just moving. I had to chase him down up under the new what do they even call it? Did you do engineering? The N1, the construction.
Yes.
Where they sought to block. I had to chase him down up until there, almost at the Cramor, the intersect, the junction there, before he would stop. And then he didn't know it was a big damage. But you have to stop and look at the vehicle.
But whether you know or not, you have to stop.
You have to stop. You are getting in from your lane, no traffic indicator. And I said top speed, it gives you little room to even maneuver or do anything. So it just caused some damage to my fender, the light on the side. You just damage it like that. And now he say, okay, you will take your number and all of that. I don't even know if I call him, he'll pick, but I have to rush here and come and talk on the morning show.
Oh, he'll pick.
Hopefully, because if not, I'm sending his number to CID. We look for him.
Oh no, he'll pick. I mean, if he doesn't pick, these days it's very easy. When you, get the pictures, you send it to the Ghana Police Service. They'll find out. They'll find the person. Oh, sad one. And let's get into our Drive Safe campaign, brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group, and supported by Toyota Superior Quality, as well as Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. So as you avoid all distractions on the road, keeping both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Look, quick question I just talked about. Whenever you want to turn, use your blinkers. Let the next person know. And
the other thing is, people actually just wait till they're about to turn, then they put the blinkers on.
No, it's bad.
You need to give the other guy notice, so at least 5 seconds, 7 seconds, 10 seconds, so that those behind you or those beside you know that you're about to make a turn or something of that sort. So it's a very good message for the morning.
Yes. Please use that. Which means we can share with you a fuel tip for today. For workers in high-risk areas, proper PPE is not optional. Safety boots, gloves, helmets, goggles, and reflective wear are there to reduce harm when things go wrong. Wear your protection before you need it. And COMAC supports.
So wear your protection
before you need it.
Wear your protection. Are we talking about fuel?
No. See,
it's tip, and they're talking about wearing protection.
Yes.
That's very strange for the morning.
Why?
Because I don't know about fuel and wearing protection before you need it and all of that. But anyway, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Koma can explain what they are talking about. Because wear your protection before you need it. It's all a bit confusing for the morning. But anyway, it's Friday, so maybe I don't know.
Which one is your problem?
No, I just don't understand the message, but I think I do now. I mean, very important fuel tip. Yes.
It's a very important fuel tip, yes. Okay? Which means we can learn how to say it right? Are you ready?
I'm very ready.
To learn how to say it right? Yes. Okay, let's learn how to say it right. Brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and Societe Generale Bank Ghana. The future is you.
Something must be done. You say either, I say either.
So today, let's learn this, okay? Request. And I've heard a lot of people say, request for. Request as a verb is when you, politely ask for something. So when you ask for something, you cannot say you ask something for again. So you request information, you request help, you don't request for help. However, if you're using it as a noun, then you can say the request for.
Okay. Have you heard? Yeah, interesting.
If you're using it as a noun, you can say the request for this. But if it's as a verb, I request this.
So inbuilt in the verb is the for. Because
Yes.
the meaning of request is to ask for
something.
Interesting, yeah. Learning to say it right this morning.
Good. So now that you know, that is how to say it right. Okay, so but our friend Charles Benonioka sent a message to you, Kweku. He says I should give you coffee, which I will do. But let me tell you about Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited. You know they are your number one supplier of quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture at affordable prices. And they've introduced an online store for your shopping convenience. So what this means is that you can simply shop by logging on to kingdomstoreonline.com without physically going to any of their branches. It's hassle-free, and they will arrange delivery to your home and office within a reasonable time. They accept Momo payments through all networks, and they also would deliver freely to you if you are in Accra or Tema.
Kingdom Books, they need to make you the ambassador. Do they know that you are doing this off the top of your head?
I'm trying.
Oh wow! And it's literally like listening to the LPM being read.
You would run for a very long time, so you actually would know how to do it. So, terms and conditions of our apply at Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
Let me tell you about the SG Bank Mega Loans promo. This year, no more waiting, no more managing small. We go mega. From Yatiso Biom, and Yasantiso promos, Societe General Ghana is here with the Mega Loans promo with even lower and more competitive rates. With SG Ghana's Mega Loans promo, salaried workers of SG Ghana listed companies, pensioners, and eligible customers can access support for personal needs, family commitments, home projects, and more. From now till July 2026, apply and enjoy big loans at small rates. Yes, very, very low rates and a fast and a hassle-free process that helps you to get moving sooner. Visit any SG Ghana branch near you or call 0302-214-314 for more details about the SG Ghana Mega Loans promo today. Terms and conditions, however, apply. Societe General Ghana, the future is you.
Great, so let's get into the newspapers. The newspaper review brought to us by Syntex Tanker, you're stronger, you're tough. Kel Chaco Toothpaste, Happy Smile, and Star Oil Quality and Affordable Fuel for All, as well as Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
Let's start from the Daily Guide. It says, pensions boss blows 15 million on Land Cruisers. Minority claiming comes with a big photo of Vincent Ekwasefua, who's been speaking to journalists on this matter. And then Chief Justice calls for excellence in justice delivery. There's this big story also. Lawyers seek update on wife-beating complaint against RNAQ. The businessman is still in the news. KGL pays 153 million to GRA. Fulfills promise. Comes with a picture of the commissioners at GRA receiving that check from KGL. And then 2 Brekum Chelsea player killers nabbed.
Now, the daily graphic for this morning, voluntary tax compliance, indigenous business leads way. KGL Group pays 153.21 million to GRA and 33 SHS is to pilot new WASI SC curriculum this year. UPSA Law School Honors Chikata. That was a great one on Wednesday. And Governor of the Bank of Ghana urges IMF to reshape support to Africa. And back page, 24-hour Economy Secretariat, Chinese firms sign MOU to develop Volta Economic Corridor. And JICA confirms fresh funding for Volivo Bridge and Kumasi Ring Road projects.
Let's talk about the Custodian newspaper. It says KGL Group affirms tax compliance, pays 153 million to GRA. Baumia is Ghana's best prepared leader beyond 2028. Samuel Abujinapo, I should say, actually there was the photo of the former vice president also. Cassius mining apps claim against Ghana to $905 million. The Attorney General is on the front page of the Custodian. And then Africa's future depends on jobs and infrastructure. Former President John Ejekun Kufuor.
Now, the Daily Analyst has a story that really... Man in custody for allegedly stealing police armored car.
Hey! Police armored vehicle.
Yes. You know, there are proverbs that... I'm trying to get one of those proverbs, but it's not for radio, so I'm not going to use those proverbs. Okay, there's a proverb, I'm not going to use it. I mean, how in God's name would you attempt stealing
a police armored vehicle?
Are you serious?
I mean, stealing anything from the police is big enough, but an armored vehicle? Wow.
Well, he's been arrested. Ebenezer Frimpong, the suspect. Balancing compliance and trade stakeholders chart way forward on free zones directive. AG takes over OSP cases after court ruling. Comes to the photograph of Justice Srem Sai, Deputy Attorney General. And please nab 2 suspects. A gang leader confesses. That's the Brekum Chelsea bus killing. Oh, Charlie. Why do people do these things? Now you kill somebody. I mean, a mother has lost the son. A father has lost the son. And that's it.
Tragic.
Ghana's economic gains not cosmetic are to forcing, and Gold Board supports leukemia patient with $12,724 for life-saving surgery.
The last paper with me, the News Center. Mobile Money Fintech Limited tightens compliance to protect agents and customers. Shaibu Haruna, the CEO of Mobile Money Fintech Limited, is on the front page of the News Center. Reset Secondary Education, that is Moses Kwesibaden Jr., the mobile opinion speaking there, to restore quality, discipline, and global edge. He's speaking How Mrs. Irene Engman rescued over 4,000 street girls. Interesting story there. And then Supreme Court at 1:50 launch calls for faster, transparent justice. And then this very good story about the police arresting 2 over Brekum Chelsea bus attack that actually led to the death of 1 player, Winston.
Great, let's go online. The online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
So, managing your church or ministry requires a banking partner that truly understands your mission. Zenith Bank Ghana introduces the Zenith Church Premium Account, a tailored financial solution for churches and ministries. Enjoy free Sunday cash pickups, loans at concessionary rates, full cash management services, and expert investment advice for your ministry's growth. Let Zenith Bank handle your church's finance while you focus on transforming lives. Sign up for your Zenith Church Premium Account today. Talk to us on 0542 000-111, 0302 680-884, or visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Okay.
MyJoyOnline.com. Full price cuts won't translate instantly. ASAP Boss explains why police declared 3 suspects wanted over robbery, killing of Brekum Chelsea player. Constitution first. Professor Okwe, the former Speaker of Parliament, backs High Court in stripping OSP's prosecutorial power. I mean, he was the Speaker when this bill was passed.
So why did they do that?
Well, yes, he explains that he didn't have a vote, and so he explained his challenges behind the closed doors. He was not listening to, so the bill was passed. But he's been talking to Jema Apia yesterday. And then 14 Tamale prison inmates pass NVTI exams with 100% score under rehabilitation program. And nurses, receive medical backpacks and a free primary healthcare program. I like that story. 14 Tamale prison inmates. They pass the exams with 100%.
You see, it's good that when people go to prisons, they are rehabilitated, and so I'm happy that they're studying and passing that. But let me just read this, because Professor Titus Bayo, sends this on the on the man who attempted stealing a police car. It says the man who attempted stealing the police armored car needs a mental health assessment. It may not be bravery, but lack of social inhibition. Okay. Anyway, let's move on.
So let's get into the stories now, because there is this big story on the front page of the Daily Guide. It says pensions boss blows 50 million on Land Cruiser. Story by Ernest Kofi-Edu from Parliament. It says the minority in Parliament has accused the acting CEO of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority, Chris Boadi-Mensah, of presiding over what it describes as excessive and questionable spending of pension funds, raising serious concerns about transparency, accountability, and fiduciary discipline. Addressing a press conference in Parliament yesterday, MP for Otafo, Vincent Ekowasefua, said the authorities' recent financial decisions risk undermining the security of pension contributions, which he described as the deferred wages of Ghanaian workers. Central to the minority's concern is the reported expenditure of 15 million on the purchase of 7 Toyota Land Cruiser vehicles in December of last year. Mr. Asefua also questioned the necessity of the procurement, arguing that the pension funds must not be used to finance what he termed as executive luxury at the expense of contributors' long-term welfare. But if you check online also, MPRA have been responding, and they say that they have not done any such transactions, and that they have been prudent in the spending of public resources. So MP have been responding, but the minority are demanding that there should be some explanations from that. There's a lot of those stories on citynewsroom.com.
Okay, but it'll be important for, because I've seen the RTI request that Vincent Asefua put in, and it says the right person to the Right to Information Act, 2019 Act 989, to formally request access to information under the custody or control of the National Pensions Regulatory Authority. One, information on a reported 2-week foreign training program undertaken in February at Bentley University, Boston, USA, for members of NPRA board management and selected staff, including the scope, purpose, and objectives of the training, the full list of participants. 2, confirmation as to whether approval was sought and obtained from the President of the Republic of Ghana and or the Honorable Minister of Finance prior to undertaking of the said training program. Clarification as to whether all members of the NPRA board participated in the said training and whether their participation was funded by NPRA. 4, detailed breakdown of the costs incurred in respect of the training program, air travel expenses, accommodation, per diem allowances, tuition or training fees, any other related costs. B, Information on all staff transfers carried out by NPRA, from 2025 January to date, the number of staff transferred, the total transfer grants and associated costs incurred, 6 information on recruitment and employment undertaken by NPRA. Then it talks also about executive emolument and positions, details of salary and conditions of service of the Chief Executive Officer of NPRA as at February 2025 and February 2026. Clarification as to whether the CEO of NPRA concurrently serves as board chairman of the National Insurance Commission. I respectfully request that this information be provided within the statutory timeframe stipulated under the Act. Where any part of the requested information cannot be disclosed, kindly provide the reasons for such refusal in accordance with the law. Okay.
Interesting RTI. We are looking forward to getting the response of the relevant agencies on this very important questions that have been raised by Winston Amoah. We need that. Pension funds, very important. We know what can happen with it when organized labor start looking into those things. It could lead to real agitations.
Okay.
So they need to look at that.
Yeah, but let's get into other stories. Okay.
Yes, there's this story, myjoyonline.com, Constitution First. Professor Okwe backs High Court in stripping OSP's prosecutorial power. It says former Speaker of Parliament, Professor Aaron Mike Okwe, has broken his silence on the unfolding legal crisis surrounding the office of the Special Prosecutor, asserting that no act of Parliament can override the constitutional mandate of the Attorney General. His comments follow a landmark High Court ruling on Wednesday, which determined that the OSP does not possess the constitutional authority to prosecute cases without the express authorization of the Attorney General, despite the provisions of the Office of the Special Prosecutor Act 2017. In an interview with Joy News' Gemma Appiah on Thursday, April 16, Professor Okwe, interestingly, who presided over the very parliament that passed the OSP Act, stated that the court decision was not strange at all. He argued that as a legalistic person, he must uphold the hierarchy of laws where the Constitution remains the supreme authority. I quote, "The constitutional provisions we give the AG as the sole authority to prosecute cannot coexist with another organization until the law of the Constitution is changed," Professor Okwe stated. If it's against the law, it is against the law. When reminded the OSP Act was passed during his tenure as Speaker, he noted that he was very much aware, but that a Speaker does not vote and is merely a facilitator of the House's will.
Let's listen to Professor Mike Okwe.
Our institutions must be made stronger, and we should stop making or legislating the proliferation of institutions. The institution that is there to do a job, give it every authority. All our institutions must be made stronger, and we should stop making or legislating the proliferation of institutions. The institution that is there to do a job, give it every authority, every facility, every human power, every ICT resource, anything, so that they can deliver. And if we find it necessary, then we dissociate the Attorney General from the government, because that's the fear of an Attorney General not prosecuting members of the government. So this is something that must be finally resolved. I trust that it will go finally to the Supreme Court. Then we shall know for sure that in actual fact, the constitutional provisions which give the Attorney General as the sole authority to prosecute cannot coexist with another organization until the law of the Constitution is changed.
The law was passed during your time as the Speaker of Parliament.
Oh yes, I'm very, very much aware of that. But you see, the Speaker doesn't vote. The Speaker may only express a personal opinion. But nevertheless, the members must vote. It is not a strange ruling at all. We must soberly look at it and then come to a conclusion on the law.
So you agree with the courts yesterday?
I said that very recently, because the Constitution makes a provision, and I happen to be a very legalistic person. If it's against the law, it's against the law.
So that's Professor Aaron Mike Okwe.
Very interesting.
If it's against the law, it's against the law. Okay, he makes the point. But you see, okay, do we have some time? I think around that time also, Haruna Idrisu had a lot to say as minority leader. Just listen to him also.
If you read the long title of the bill, it says, an act to establish the Office of the Special Prosecutor as a specialized agency to investigate specific areas of corruption involving public officers and politically exposed persons. Who are politically exposed persons? If you want us to subject election processes and officials engage, even political parties say so, but when you say politically exposed persons, I have a difficulty. But Mr. Chairman, even what is more important, in the performance of their functions as well as persons in the private sector, we've roped in persons from the private sector implicated in the commission of corruption. And when you bring in the private sector, there's always an ambit, a platform to commit corruption. Nowhere in this bill is the other twin evil, bribery, mentioned. Yet they go together. One reinforces the other. And therefore, nepotism, favoritism, bribery reinforces corruption. But what is even more important in the long title for our purposes is when you say, prosecute these offenses on the authority of the Attorney General. Which Attorney General? Where then is the independence that you promise? We will say that the appointing authority, the President shall appoint the special prosecutor or a special counsel, as it is in other jurisdictions, with the prior approval of Parliament. And probably even further recommend with 2/3 majority, so that the person is a strong personality who is subject not just to executive nomination, but prior approval of Parliament. We also must strongly recommend that an addition to the remit of the Office of the Special Prosecutor must be recommendations of Parliament based on the Public Accounts Committee report, so that the leakages, misappropriation, embezzlement also can directly be punished by the special prosecutor. Parliament is guided as to how the Constitution can be amended, whether entrenched or non-entrenched. And therefore, we will be mindful of procedural issues and to appreciate whether or not there is not an attempt in this bill to amend Article 88(3) of the Constitution. That will oblige and compel us to invoke the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to see whether the bill as passed by Parliament is consistent with the architecture of the 1992 Constitution, and whether or not we should not be inviting them to appreciate that Article 88 remains part of the executive provisions of the Constitution, which is entrenched, and therefore the Constitution provides elaborate provisions as to how it can be amended.
There you have it.
Very interesting. I remember this big argument in Parliament when this bill was about to be passed, the constitutional issues that were raised. But as always, in this country, we like to touch and go, so we don't deal with it, and we think some way, somehow we can manage. And that's here we are. But let me just give you this, because yesterday, as we know, the Attorney General says they are taking over the cases. Justice Sai writing says, yesterday, the High Court ordered the Honorable Attorney General to take over all the cases with the OSP is prosecuting on such a time that the OSP obtains the constitutionally required authorization to prosecute. The Honorable Attorney General has no intention or capacity to disobey or ignore the High Court's orders. Accordingly, the Office of the Attorney General will, in the coming days, begin to take the necessary steps to give effect to the court's order. That is where we are now, Winston.
Well, interesting. But we'll come back to it. You can always join the conversation on X, use the hashtag JoySMS, and on WhatsApp 055-11-11997. Time now for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us, and Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Business Daily is in 30 minutes.
Today we meet the Iranian-American entrepreneur Isaac Larian. He's the founder of MGA Entertainment. He reflects on his path from washing dishes to leading one of the world's major toy manufacturers.
Next, the interview. This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Coming up from the BBC World Service, the interview. Conversations with the people shaping our world, with me, BBC presenter Victoria Derbyshire. For this episode, I speak to survivors of the late paedophile Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier who died in prison in 2019 while awaiting trial for charges of sex trafficking. In this interview, the survivors share their experiences and discuss the impact that the abuse has had on their lives.
I don't know if we'll ever be able to fully have justice.
My justice would be to move on and never hear about this man's name again. In the future, I would like a generation not to know who Jeffrey Epstein is someday.
I don't know that there really is a justice that we can get, especially with Epstein not being around anymore. We don't get our answers. Well, I have questions I'll never get an answer to. I just hope that we can see through this and never have anything like this happen again.
Survivors of Jeffrey Epstein. Hear more on The Interview after the news.
BBC News with Danielle Yawowiecka. A 10-day ceasefire has come into effect that could halt 6 weeks of fighting between Israel and the Lebanese armed group Hezbollah. The deal is also expected to help efforts to end the US-Israeli war against Iran. Hugo Bashega reports from Beirut.
At the stroke of midnight, gunfire and fireworks in Beirut celebrated the start of the ceasefire. In the city of Sidon to the south, smiling crowds gathered as people tried to return home. And in the dark, work had already begun to repair the bridges that had been destroyed by Israel in the war. In the first hours of the truce, the Lebanese army said Israel had committed some violations, including the shelling of villages. Hezbollah has indicated it will abide by the ceasefire.
President Trump has given an upbeat assessment of the prospect of peace with Iran, saying they were very close to making a deal. He asserted that Iran had agreed to hand over its enriched uranium. Our chief international correspondent Lise Doucette is in Tehran. She's reporting on condition that none of her material is used on the BBC's Persian service. These restrictions apply to all international media organisations operating in Iran.
There's been no official reaction to President Trump's remarks that Iran has agreed to stop its nuclear enrichment and hand over what he called its nuclear dust, a reference to more than 400 kilograms of highly enriched uranium. But sources cast doubt on the president's optimistic claim. There are reports the gap could be closing between the US's reported demand for a 20-year moratorium on enrichment and Iran's first 5-year offer.
The leaders of Britain and France will host a video meeting with approximately 40 countries today to discuss a multinational mission aimed at restoring freedom of navigation through the Strait of Hormuz. The waterway has been largely closed since the war began. James Waterhouse reports.
The plans include the demining of the route through which a fifth of the world's oil used to flow, intelligence sharing, military escorts, as well as ensuring Iran does not charge vessels for passing through. Organisers here are stressing that this is a defensive measure and not a contribution to a US-Israeli-led war, which most of today's participants see as lacking a legal basis. This seems, for now, to be more of a political proposition to support the fragile ceasefires that are in place across the Middle East and restore confidence to both oil shipping companies and global markets.
The new president of Myanmar has pardoned a predecessor as part of a wide-ranging amnesty announced by the former military authorities. Win Myint was detained in the aftermath of the coup in 2021. It remains uncertain whether the amnesty will cover the de facto leader of the last civilian government, Aung San Suu Kyi. You're listening to the latest world news from the BBC. Britain's top foreign ministry official, Ollie Robbins, is leaving his post after it emerged that Peter Mandelson was appointed ambassador to Washington despite failing the security vetting process. Lord Mandelson was later sacked over his relationship with the late sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The Prime Minister Keir Starmer is facing renewed calls to resign after he was accused of misleading Parliament over the issue. Finance ministers and central bankers at the IMF spring meeting in Washington have expressed alarm about an unreleased AI tool developed by Anthropic. The AI system Claude Mythos has demonstrated an advanced autonomous ability to detect and exploit software vulnerabilities. There's concern it could be used by cybercriminals to undermine the security of bank accounts. The IMF and World Bank have resumed dealings with Venezuela nearly 2 decades after the country turned its back on the institutions. The former president Hugo Chavez cut ties, accusing them of worsening poverty. The interim president, Delcy Rodriguez, welcomed the new relationship.
Estamos dando normalización
We are normalizing all the processes involving Venezuela's rights within the organization, as well as Venezuela's responsibilities to the International Monetary Fund. It's a very important step for the Venezuelan economy, but also for what Venezuela means to our region.
The American singer David has been arrested in Los Angeles as a suspect in the murder of a teenage girl. The body of 14-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez was found in a car registered to the TikTok star last September. The cause of her death has not been determined. The Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos says a former congressman who fled the country after being charged with involvement in a multi-billion-dollar corruption scandal has been detained in the Czech Republic. Elizalde Co is accused of violating anti-bribery laws over a flood control project in the central Philippines. BBC World News.
Hey, Andrea, challenge these days new level crowd. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. Hey. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle, and the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I lay your side, Fidelity.
Pay small, drive covered.
Charlie, my guy. Hey, driving these days be sweet, oh. No pressure, everything's smooth.
Ah, look at you smiling early morning. What's making life so easy like that?
Simple. I'm using Pay As You Earn Motor Insurance from Coronation.
Pay as you earn?
Yes, same trusted cover, but I pay monthly or quarterly. Just the way I prefer. It's about flexibility.
So I don't have to pay everything at once.
Only if you want to. And with every policy, 50% goes to support the National Road Safety Authority, helping to promote and improve safety on our roads. Visit ecoronation.com, select Pay As You Earn Motor Insurance, and fill out all required details. Pay with mobile money. Policy comes straight to your phone.
Pay small, drive covered.
Pay As You Earn Motor Insurance, a flexible option from Coronation.
Pay small, drive covered.
For years, you've made Sultana more than just a brand. It has become a part of your home. From your kitchens to your celebrations, now it's time to give back to you. Sultana's Buy and Win promo is here. You can win cars, motorbikes, trucks, Sultana products, and many more. All you have to do is to buy a bag of Sultana rice, scratch your coupon, and you could win really big. Sultana rice, your household favorite. Win the big one.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform. This advert is FDA approved.
Not just another bank.
Syntax Tango! Syntax, hey, I talk very strong. If you want quality, this be where you belong. Syntax, hey, I talk very strong. Oh, gonna shout and sing the song. Stop us anything. When the sun they hot, syntax no break when the rain they fall. Still no shake. Builders they choose and plumbers they prove. Any project you they start. Syntax start.
They say the future.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
They say the future is coming. We say we're shaping it. Join the continent's biggest fintech gathering at the 3i Africa Summit 2026 under the theme The Next Frontier, Shaping Africa's Integrated Fintech Future. From the 6th to the 8th of May, the Destiny Arena in Accra becomes the heart of Africa's integrated fintech future. Come connect with founders, meet the regulators, and close deals with global investors as we redefine how Africa transacts, invests, and grows. 3i Africa is proudly hosted by the Bank of Ghana with support from Gibbs and the Global Finance and Technology Network. Register now at 3iafrica.com and be part of the transformation.
Hello my fellow Ghanaians, presenting to you the authentic firefighter, San Cablo Cables. These days, we hear less of fire outbreaks because San Cablo Cables, they guard for every Ghanaian. From the building contractor to the electrical engineer, San Cablo electrical cables are their best choice. Proudly made in Ghana, San Cablo deals in electrical cables, PVC pipes, sockets, and switches of all kinds with 99.99 pure copper. My fellow Ghanaians, if light won't travel, now San Cablo be the motto. San Cablo cables are carefully built in different shades of colors to suit the needs of Ghanaians and our weather condition. Always remember to use San Cablo quality electrical cables and accessories for your wiring. For bulk purchase of your PVC pipes, socket, switches, electrical cables, please contact 0530-774-774. San Cablo from Side Go House. Now we be the plug. Approved by the Ghana Standard Authorities.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of the Zenith SME Business Card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Yeah, DJ!
Yeah!
Turn the club up, turn the club up. I'm digging ya, mama tanya. Feeling no yeti, feeling in your deep.
Me say feeling in your deep.
Everybody feeling new year deep.
Feeling in your deep. Feeling in your deep. Feeling in your deep.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
T-Blaze Architect. Feeling in your deep. T-Blaze Architect. Feeling in your deep. Feeling in your deep. Me say feeling in your deep. I bought Koda tonight, whether now you're fine. Show me boo, show me shoes, you know why, Abashi, Jimmy D, you better fine. Ma Renfi, ye all the one, Madame Fashan, to watch you free your mind, Ubia Beshe old school, when you be a sign, Sammy B, Mati say, ye the kind, my heart to the sky, I told me like my bomb time, I am a head, Blaze original, I mean, you set high, Lumba, Simu, shaking on my your bomb cat to set in the year Valentine. I bought Koda tonight, got a call Caroline, it don't not change me to say what it's in time. That's a wolf for say or do why be your mind. You be kick a be wide, you blow it time. Your Caroline, who this live line? Shut the fire, you go baseline. That's on the side, no I'm saying 99. The rock car blazing, we're looking fly. What upside at the same bottom line. Why for the night, baby, shut the waistline. Oh yeah, me chick needs to waste the time. Me chick who want him run a yeah wine.
Everybody feeling new year deep.
Feeling in your deep.
Yeah, miss your family tree.
Little it drowsy, little it tipsy,
yeah, nobody is there. First album, no your bed, we susu ya as you said. Look back to Samba, ya maya ho apaba. Obo ye dia mi yada, mi feno ju so dada. Papa, shoto, misika chiloto. Me wokuku, okwa unikocho. Get down with the get down, make a know your choice. Gonna short this, then find them, go make you poise. As the saying goes, this a lead, that's a lead. Chef with it too, let's check. I so, bottom power. Hey, yes, shankun, just a bankun. Clutching, I make it dropping, hip hopping, flip flopping. Make you very notorious, curious, when it comes to body language. If you feel it, it crosses, and that's a privilege. I'm still trying to grab some knowledge out of college. So when it comes to books, I still got the hooks.
And when it comes to sexy features, I got the looks. So maybe you will take some little steps with me. Love me for who I be and not my money. We will take lessons from 90, 90, what comes to top.
Susana was so one alarm by Jamaudo. It be a fine so big and cry. And I drink your Basasa. Wow, once at the other Zawala. Made a message to sell bomb by some because alarm pine, just says anti. Alarm pine. So shut the women moon crampine. Or
coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet. On Joy 99.7 FM.
We're just a stretch and grab. Never drop in time for such a time when I think you bury a yasa. You do me and I do you do. You see move boom. Now see me be sempre move. So the winner no. Pretty yard. From sample and so you want a bomb out take a side to you. You don't know the second. 100. I'm a nice to buy out the theater. So Caesar, Alambai, Musa, Alambai, Caesar, Alambai, Musa, Alambai, Caesar, Alambai, Musa, Alambai, Caesar, Alambai. Yada hunku josa gonu beguja mawapo party papa and your boy well one side me maudreni amani hunu diasa na dia ke chena doso akweli rap so sure be wa dogam chene ni vita se esam oba wo ba chele na na ware oba sade akofie ko be ga repeat na ni areka oba cross Baba Papa, not to one said the Oko Chiakoto, a high cycle Komotio Mopo, yo, hoo-ha. I got you all in tech, or girls in the dead, don't yet, I can make an you know, the car is down the wreck. I can't say about the say, go to watch it with the hours a day. And then what? BT a tough, was say that I know you're prof. Now I saw we smell off. Enough, I need a break the cough. Monza, alambai, Caesar, alambai, Monza, alambai, Caesar, alambai, Monza, alambai, Caesar, alambai, Monza,
alambai. One time, 2 times, so grace, the brown to a case cry. Who be who am I? What's the friend? Lady Lamborghini, as the Huna, Uchini, on some beginning, watching the mini, beginning, come, watching the pony, funny high, what's the honey? Hey, Brad Johnny, who watch yo, she wants the money. Remember, men just go slow, or better for watch you will go. Was a free car, or Penuma Boka, Manaka Unika, or yeah, Wakacha said, Uka Unika, as the way you serve. Use them, no, come, no. This a one car, no sweat, no pain. Obvious yeah, no Kenya. Me this Sikabana ba correct. Sikaba, what in the minute scared. Or waste time, what's a shit? Baby, don't be afraid. Shaggy, not in the way. Mama thick, over clock rock. Next gas in a no, this is the fake. Manifanta, Debbie, Malta, haha, Debbie, I just say, think big, or burn him the quick. Madam, mommy can't show. So we am pony, I'm missing me too weak. Sikaba, and your breath here, what's here? Maybe you're who maybe I'm not ginger, mafia, overseer, Ukaka, me, be a beer, I will do, and then it was here, killing, vicious, and come up with the A1, the Debbie, when you're willing. Oh, up any penicillin, oh, she's so brilliant. As long as you want your dear master, we are darling. That's what we can find. My brother said, whoa, we have. So what the way get anyone from me so fine man. Really want it, me near the right papa. From an apart to one apart. From me cut up on a media bomb to say that. Obi a tell you, and then I make a papa. Obi a tell you, I don't get Chachu, this your life, it's your dashing, nigga, don't want to fight. Today be today, no, yawa, traction squad. Whatever, ain't so our, ain't so yata. No, I'm red papa, pisa, me papa. Sugar don't catch your move, man. Bandana from Ghana. Baby, my funny Makuma dio bincheng enti mi hu die me seminko mentnao messe me hu die menye kwani me mame kono kwani yes so no masa so
me, dear me, pen. What on me, what your mammy, what your mammy, what on me, and so man. Come on. The mama kadema kwa me pesa where your mammy. Ooh, release me, mammy call them. Please understand me and yes I mean. Me don't have and I'm idiot. Did not come and I want to miss the wood. Say yeah or cry and away popcorn. I simply as I so watch it and I make. Come on. Come on, let me put in a lot of things to them. I like you, but I love somebody else. I like you, but I love somebody else, ladies. Samophilia, I like you, but I love somebody else. I like you, but I love somebody else.
You don't eat my car. I say you don't bash my car. Tell me you don't eat my car. I say you don't bash my car. What thing you dey find? Where you dey go? As I dey waka, dey go like so. Me, I'm looking for this party. This party hold me plenty money. They tell me say in the ego ye. Me I get this for one party. Shady party yeah, over by me. Today no time for story. He must to pay me all the money. I can't reach the house, I can't see say people gather, the girls they cry. I try to know where the cause they cry. Then tell me say my party don't buy. As I can't they go back to my house, I can't miss more odor for road. The nothing where I hear from my back. Now one scratch from another car. Hey, you don't hit my car. I said you don't bash my car.
Subai at saying say, Utumi first year, Utu Mutaya, a bepwe, Mr. Subai at saying say, Utumi first year, Utu Mutaya, a bepwe, my phone last. High time, big time, hardcore, sex one ability, cities, Sefa, Naira, Dutchman, dollars, and I said, pounds, time what you cool, BBI calling, Menano, Minisika, at the Atiswo, or Ricky says I'm home up, your friend is I'm up. I could take 2 shots up on Musso Border. Miss me there, no see what before. Mikuta, master brain, yes, I drink Christmas home tea, see the pop. No sweat, don't fear at the copper. No more really Gwenza, met your pop. Name and metro levels, slow by sure. We move beyond so your beer. Mikuta, fella, Ubanum drinks, and I say fuller. I saw broche. Fast about money, say, stop, or don't think me what now. Me come, Nana continue. Ever easy,
la la, empty la maba, oh. Aketesia, me say my faula, la la, empty la maba, oh. Ebonosia, meba, oh. Na miniwa bejeje, oh. Aketesia, me say my faula, la la, empty la maba, oh. Aketesia, me say my faula, la la, empty la maba, oh. Ebonosia, meba, oh. Na miniwa bejeje, oh.
A man who's a sketching, but to my normal seriously. Tiamsa, na many abbe brayma. A man hammy to do. A bar cleaner, trees, Chima, Namacho, the body and Pacho, and Anato. Me call if you are holding to ask for Nosa, Manacho, me hojo, me couldn't if you're not with enough boy, my waffle. No, not me to make a fear, me just to do what take up in my tinting. Hey, my waffle no free, my patene, or to the sense of battery, or pet as I tend to me. We can't, no, mama, we didn't crack the bitch. We never say, I was sending base, first rate, this time in your beer, or running with you. I can't smell just an album on your son. Me call him a tear, now me to be done for a ball, or don't imagine your friend at your jaw. Taku, Chef Diwa, or Bill Patrick and a couple time out, baby. Every time, no bitch. Me can't say meter. I just say, would you greater than I continue if I'm easy? But for la.
Ebonosia, meba, oh, na miniwa bejeje, oh. Aketesia, me say my faula, la, empty la maba, oh. Aketesia, me say my faula, la, empty la maba, oh. Ebonosia, meba, oh. bounce, bounce, nigga bounce, bounce, nigga bounce, nigga bounce, nigga bounce, nigga bounce. Girl, you my number one, you know I got no one. Girl, you my pride, I never make you cry. I know you been trying like the baby bird flying. They trying to jerk me, they trying to hurt me, they trying to kill me, cause I'm down with you, and I'm down with you, and I'm down, 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 down.
Yeah, and that's continuing with Architecture. Oh no, DJ Obeti, Charlie, you do all. Obeti, you spot there.
Winston Amoah is here reminiscing those days when he was younger. He was in the club and was boogieing, because the boogie you used to enter the studio to go to the chair.
Not any boogie.
You were shaking the body like
that.
Shake body.
No, I'm not. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm not a club person. So, hono waiting. I'm for propaganda. Waiting. I'm for. And but Charlie, you know, I think you started with what, Chingilingi? Yeah. But you dropped Chingilingi too. I heard a Chingilingi. Yeah. Charlie, those were the good old days. Oh.
He went to the Nigeria. Hey,
my car.
Yes.
Tony
yes.
Tetila.
Tony Tetila.
Tony Tetila, I think he came for a Ghana Music Awards those days, and he said he had brought his car. And the car that he had brought, you know, when we saw the car, I said, Tetila, so this is the meaning of the song. You know, he said he had brought his car onto the stage, and your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, Koko Asante,
yes.
This morning I was asking a question. Marriage.
Awariye.
Srondede, like we say in Ever.
Srondede.
Should we marry because of love, or you say it should be financial security?
Yeah. Confluence of factors. Yeah.
What would influence your decision to marry a lady?
For me, I think love is important. Love anchors a lot. So you love your person. That is such a significant thing. But you just come to a point where you also realize that love is never enough, right? So you love someone, but maybe you don't like maybe one or two things they do in the morning, and this is somebody you're going to live with for the rest of your life. But finance is also important. And these days of expenses, in Kuala school, I heard someone talk about kids' school fees. Then I decided to postpone childbirth.
How much was the fees?
Charlie, people are paying 50,000, 60,000 a term in this Accra.
Yes.
So finances is important. So,
you've postponed childbirth.
No, but why am I going to? Charlie, 50,000. So you have 3, and you are. So people are doing 4 and 5 in Accra in this school fees economy.
But you see, Koko Asante, if you have to listen.
Yes.
I have a son.
Yes.
If I decide to go and pay, say, 40,000 as my son's school fees, I have a son, so I can afford.
Yeah.
Maybe if I had a son and a daughter, I wouldn't pay 40,000, and this for purpose of analysis. That doesn't mean I pay 40,000 as school fees. So if someone is paying 40,000, it doesn't mean that you should also pay 40,000. You can get an equally good school. That takes less.
But sometimes I think about it and I'm like, I went to Saito all my life. I don't think I've turned out bad.
No,
I went to Nankesi Presby Nankesi United Primary School, Nankesi Presby Junior High School. I went to the best Benkum Senior High School. Then I went to Legon. You know,
as for Benkum, when you mentioned it, my friend Colin Scooby says, this is your guy and the Benkum thing.
Yeah,
but it's good. You went to
the
best secondary school that you believe it is. That's it. Take it.
It's not the belief.
That's your belief. And, you know, because you see, I went to I went to Maoli School. But before Maoli School, I went to Dora Memorial School.
Private school.
Yes. But before I went to Dora Memorial School, I attended school at Sakumono Village. The Saito that at Sakumono Village, near the sea.
Yeah, but that place, you were there for like a academic year.
No, I was there for 4 years. I was there for 4 years. I started class 1 there. You understand? In the late 80s, I went to class 1 there. And in those days, when you get to class 4, and they start teaching you Gan. So I remember my Gan months, Ochokrikri, that's March. That one I remember, you know. Yeah, so, and that's actually where I learned Gan around that time. And I was trying to learn Dangme because they spoke Dangme at that place. But my point is that love is important.
Yeah. Finances.
But you know, love without money is nonsense.
Yeah. We don't talk. When money enter, love is sweeter. You know.
That's the point. Yeah. So look, you can marry because of money, and money will bring the love.
Yeah. Really?
Money will bring the love.
Because you get the money, you love the person.
But then at some point, what happens when the money?
But the money, you see, one of the things we don't realize. Yeah. I can understand, although you see, love is important, but I'm telling you that you can also marry just because of money.
But that becomes so transactional. Like this,
it is not transactional. See, it is not transactional. I have told you that love is simply a means of fulfilling one's selfish desire.
Hey, philosopher.
Because you see, why do you love the woman you say you love, Kokwashante?
No, but you know.
Why do you love her? You tell me. Why do you love her?
Oluwatoyin, one, because I think she's smart. She's smart.
So the
other things that I can't say it on the radio.
So you see.
You know, I can't say it on the radio.
So you see. Yeah. It's what you think you get from her.
No, it's not about what I think I can get from her. No. It's about you see the person and
what you think she adds to you or will add to you.
That's a good point. So
that's
selfish a bit.
It is. So everything you do for her is because of you or what you are getting. That's why I say
no. Sometimes you do it.
Love is simply a means of fulfilling one's selfish desires.
Hey, philosopher king.
We can debate that another time. But whatever it is, when money enter love is sweeter. In all your gettings, get money. Like Socrates said.
Jojo wants to say something.
In all things.
You shouldn't forget that.
Because then the materials and other things, the accoutrements.
There's a proverb. There's a proverb that we used to when I was in Dura Memorial School. Those times you are learning ever and they say "Nuvina method metoyo." You know what that means? No. In a can they will say "Nyonyake tuobema no." But say but in ever when there's a "Nuvina method metoyo," I think I got it right here. It says the one who gives you something small, and yes, about two drew, something it's good. Yeah. The point is this, Charlie. In all your gettings, get money.
Get money.
Genuinely, yes. Don't go and engage in any. No. But we say that in all things, marry. If you get a good wife, you'll be happy. If you get a bad wife,
you become a philosopher.
No,
so the philosopher, you are philosophizing this morning with defining love and all of that. Right. But I know you are in a.
Oh no, I have a good wife, but I've only said that. I wasn't. Look, when I was getting married, I had decided I wasn't going to marry a woman that will be a financial burden on me. Okay. Yeah. I had taken that decision, and I think I've said it on air before that I don't even know how much electricity I consume. Because my wife pays. I'm not ashamed.
You are like Sam George.
I'm not ashamed to say that.
You're like the Honorable Sam George.
I haven't said that. I say that my wife pays the electricity bills.
Okay.
I don't know how much it costs.
Yeah. That is important because this one I don't know if I'm supposed to say this. When I was university love days, I was in this relationship with someone who used to say that the entire relationship, marriage, everything is the full responsibility of the man. And that as a wife,
I don't believe in that.
What she has to do is to come and surprise me every now and then. I think that at that time, the moment we had that conversation, I didn't feel me more. Because I'm thinking about school fees in Accra, utilities, managing the home. And then someone says, listen, you have to do all of that. Even if I'm Bill Gates, I don't mind. If I'm Bill Gates, I just take off everybody, but I'm not.
I don't believe that. See,
so it's a very important point that you make, that you run the home together with your partner. And that's why it's called partnership. It's a partnership, really. So that all of you are chipping in where you can and where you may,
Masa,
and be able to build together.
Look. I will tell you.
Because if you try, you die.
As one who's been married for 10 years, I can tell you.
A decade.
Yes, I can tell you that when you want to marry, you to be strategic.
Yes.
You are a man. You to be strategic.
Yes.
Don't always
look at some place.
Yes. My brother, don't always think that it's a man's world. That is not true.
Yeah.
So I will tell you. And so when I was getting married, you need to get a woman who understands you. Because when I was growing up, like I said earlier, my mother is the one who takes care of my provisions. My father will pay my school fees. It's as simple as that. Now, let me tell you about Millennium Insurance, because with Millennium Insurance, you don't have to worry whether it's motor, properties, marine, travel insurance. They've got you covered. And Millennium Insurance is fast and reliable. So when life throws you surprises, they make sure you're ready. Call Millennium Insurance today on 0501-418-228 and insure the unexpected before the unexpected insures you. Millennium Insurance Company, your trustworthy partner.
Let's talk about water tanks. The secret to real water storage is a Centers tank. It is simple. If your tank doesn't have the tortoise on it, then it's not a correct tank. That is right, the tortoise tank. Syntex tank is the champion of water tanks. It is strong and durable and built to handle our Ghanaian weather. Rain or shine, Syntex tank has your back. So my people, go outside, check your tank, and if it doesn't have the tortoise on it, it is time to upgrade. Join the Syntex tank family today and enjoy water storage that's tough like a tortoise. Call 0244 335 168 to buy now or find one of our 400 agents nationwide. You can also shop online at syntexgh.com. Syntex tank is strong and tough.
And Bank of Africa invites you to reactivate your dormant account today. Discover their refreshed range of products and services, from the enhanced SME support facility to the convenience of a USD debit card, credit card, and much more. Updating your account is easy. Simply visit any Bank of Africa branch with your Ghana card. For any assistance, call Bank of Africa on 0302 429 333 or 0302 249 690. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner.
The China Europe International Business School is offering world-class executive education for ambitious leaders and entrepreneurs. It's global EMBA in Shanghai taught across 12 countries with unmatched global exposure. It ranks number 2 globally by the Financial Times and has remained in the top 2 for 8 consecutive years. The full-time MBA, also in Shanghai, helps shapes future-ready professionals and is ranked number 1 in Asia for 10 consecutive years and number 8 globally. In Ghana, the Advanced Management Program, AMP, equips senior executives with strategic leadership capabilities, while the Owner-Director Program empowers family business leaders, heirs, directors to scale sustainably. The Women Entrepreneurship Leadership for Africa program, run across Ghana and Nigeria, it supports female leaders and aspiring entrepreneurs to build strong structures and systems for business growth and scale. Join CEIBS to gain global insight, practical skills, and a powerful alumni network to accelerate your impact. For registration and enquiries, please contact 0544 315 238 or visit www.ceibs.edu/Africa.
You know, they say the future is coming. We say we're shaping it. Join the continent's biggest fintech gathering at the 3i Africa Summit 2026 under the theme The Next Frontier, Shaping Africa's Integrated Fintech Future. From May 6th to 8th, 2026, from the 6th to the 8th of May, the Destiny Arena in Accra becomes the heart of Africa's integrated fintech future. Come connect with founders, meet the regulators, and close the deal with global investors as we redefine how Africa transacts, invests, and grows. Africa is proudly hosted by the Bank of Ghana with support from GIPS and the Global Finance and Technology Network. Register now at 3iafrica.com and be part of the transformation.
So let's talk about this Total Energies when it talks about the dirty December, dry January, and all of that. You don't have to let your engine suffer because of a tight budget. At Total Energies, we're there for you. That's why we have significantly reduced our lubricant prices. For instance, your favorite 4-liter quartz 9000 SAE 5W40, which was 118 cedis, is now 107.5. Your 5-liter quartz 9000 Future 0W20, which was 148 cedis, is now 134 cedis. And your 4-liter Rubia Fleet HD 415W40, which was 80 cedis, is now 72.5 cedis. Top quality meets great savings. You won't get these prices anywhere. Rush to any Total Energy station nationwide and enjoy premium quality engine oils, transmission fluids, and coolant at significantly lower prices. Remember, that balance you save off can buy you Davis Gobe for the rest of the year. Choose Total Energies, choose quality.
Kokwashante, say after me, my salary deserves better.
My salary deserves better.
So switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy amazing benefits, lower interest rate, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and most importantly, a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, call them on 0800 00 3355 or visit fidelitybank.com.gh or connect with them on social media at Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank, believe with us.
So the Air Tanzania, fly with Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro, enjoy our special promo fares to Dubai And Guangzhou, Dubai fares start at $600 and Guangzhou in China from $800. These promo fares are limited for a limited time only. Don't miss out. We also offer affordable fares to other destinations, comfort, reliability, and value all in one flight. Locate us at Kutuka International Airport, adjacent the airport post office, or call us on 0246 567 898 or 0542 815 087. Fly smart, fly affordable. Air Tanzania, the wings of Kilimanjaro.
Stay with us. We'll return with sports and birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back.
The other day, I visited Kweku at his spunky new office to congratulate him on opening his business. And man, was I impressed. The business is just moving quick. The sales, customers, everything is just working seamlessly. The secret? He said,
it's MTN Business Broadband. In this fast-paced environment, we need fast and reliable internet to support all business types. No laggy online meetings, great download and upload speeds, impeccable business management systems, all inclusive. I mean, you can have it all.
Shout! I signed on immediately.
To enable your business stay ahead and stay connected, make sure you're signed on to the best internet made just for businesses. MTN Business Broadband. Sign up today on broadband.mtn.com.gh and manage your account on my MTN app. Call 0244 308 111 for more information.
MTN. For 130 years, Standard Chartered has been there for Ghana and for you, supporting your financial aspirations and driving your business ambitions, opening doors to new possibilities, turning small dreams into big realities, and bringing banking to the palm of your hands. For 130 years, we have been there, empowering the next generation to soar higher. And as always, we believe we can achieve even more together. This year, as we celebrate 130 years of operations in Ghana, we look into the future with you because we are bringing 130 years of expertise to power your wealth and business ambitions, 130 years of heritage to power your aspirations. Let's partner for progress. Standard Chartered, here for good.
Life is full of dreams and surprises. When the unexpected happens, SIC Insurance stands with you. For over 60 years, we've protected what matters most: your business, your home, your life. Call us toll free today on 0800 100 055 for your motor, fire, accident, travel, and marine insurance policies. SIC, our promises are sacred.
Introducing Yomi Pina Colada and Peach, our newest addition to the Yomi family. Life is full of choices, so here are more Yomi flavors to spoil you for choice. Go on, choose great taste, choose nourishment, choose the new Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. And always remember that the choices we make today shape our tomorrow. Yomi, a nourishing choice. Yomi Yogurt Pina Colada and Peach. More quality products from Amigo Ghana Limited. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back. Time now for birthday messages here on the Super Morning Show, brought to us by MTN. Everywhere you go, and Bank of Africa. BOA Pay from Bank of Africa offers a hassle-free solution for fee collection and other payments. Call us or chat for at boaghana.com for details. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. It means we can bring you the Sports Center. It's brought to us by... Oh, okay, I think I have a birthday dedication.
I have a couple of them also.
Just one because of time. So
Yes.
This one from Kwame Jandu, okay, says happy birthday to Manuel Kekeli Jandu, final year student at Bishop Herman, who's 17 years today. May it fall to you in pleasant places from your dad, your mother Emanuela, and your brother Jason. Okay, Kwame Jandu to your son. Yeah.
Happy birthday anniversary to Sarah Mensah, our colleague here at Joy News, and
Sarah,
also
yeah.
to Judith Ama, and Sarah Mensah. Today it's your
do
birthday.
one you are doing
Enjoy
too.
it. Yes. I have to sneak in one more.
Shanti. Then let's get to the Sports Center. Now brought to us by MTN. Switch to MTN's eSIM. Download my MTN app to go SIMless today. Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. Yomi Yogurt, a nourishing choice, and DSTV, your home of entertainment. But of course,
Let me talk to you about Standard Chartered Bank 130-year anniversary. So for 130 years, Standard Chartered Bank has been more than a bank. We've been a partner in progress, from helping establish Ghana's financial system to building businesses and connecting them to the world, from helping generations grow and protecting their wealth to powering innovation and helping communities thrive. Today, we stand on 130 years of heritage to power your ambitions and unlock opportunities. 130 years of expertise to drive cross-border connections that move business forward, support your financial and wealth aspirations to sustainably impact communities. As always, we believe we can achieve more by partnering together. Standard Chartered, here for good.
So imagine a home where the girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. The special playlist is rolling. Daddy's on his usual Teams video calls. Uploads are uploading. Downloads are downloading. And not a single person says my data is finished. That's the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, and endless everything for your home. So now you get to enjoy a special range of unlimited fiber internet packages. Whether you are a new or existing customer, just log into my MTN app now, enter broadband or dial *5057# to get your preferred unlimited MTN fiber package. MTN is everywhere you go.
You know the moment when the alarm rings and life is already asking questions. Campus, office, hustle, dreams waiting to be chased. Those are the moments when you need something that helps you show up and keep going. That's why Cowbell Coffee stays with me every single moment. Whether you are grinding for that exam, pushing deadlines at work, or cooking up the next big idea, Cowbell Coffee gives you that creamy, rich taste and aroma to kickstart your day right, and you can enjoy it anytime, because success doesn't happen overnight. It is the little moments, the early mornings and the late nights. And through it all, Cowbell Coffee day for you. Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. This advert is FDA approved. Victor Achu Tamako Orca Fancy or Nishuma and pay Nemrado Day or this person.
That's a very good one, Kuku Asante. Ayazi, but still there, fancy. Good morning, everyone, and welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Victor Achu Tamaklu. Let's start with matters relating to the Sports Minister Kofi Adams. He has reiterated government's commitment towards protecting athletes from fraud and trafficking ahead of the FIFA World Cup, which starts later this year. He was speaking at an event organized by the International Organization for Migration. My colleague Rizak Musbah has the details.
Many are forced into labor, while others are sexually exploited. In Ghana, the situation is also troubling, with more than 2,000 skewed in recent years. The problem is now taking a new dimension, with sports emerging as a major conduit. Young athletes, particularly footballers, are increasingly falling victims to fake opportunities abroad. Researcher and development consultant Dr. Johad Brima has been studying the trend.
One of the highlights of the findings are that majority of athletes are young people between the ages of 18 to 35. But there are also about 34% of the sample size are children below the age of 18, which means that the threshold for establishing trafficking for children, some women are subjected to sexual exploitation around the sport.
Speaking at the National Forum on Trafficking Through Sports, organized by the International Organization for Migration, the Minister for Sports and Recreation, Honorable Kofi Idi Adams, described the situation as deeply concerning and called for increased awareness and stronger action.
Across Ghana and Africa, thousands of young boys and girls grow up with one dream: to make it through sport. They watch Abedi Pele, Roger Mila, Samuel Eto'o, Azuma Nelson, and they believe that with talent and determination, they too can rise. But for too many of them, ladies and gentlemen, that dream is being manipulated. And that is why our presence here today is very critical and very important.
The forum, held at the University of Ghana, brought together diplomats from host countries, government officials, the media, and members of the public. It was held under the theme, Play It Safe, Choose the Right Path in Sports.
Razak Musbau's report there. Now, the Finance Ministry has received 9,540,000 Ghana cedis financial support from KGL, Serene Insurance, Irata Motors, and Alex Autry to support Ghana's participation in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyakwampen received the donations on behalf of government.
I want to acknowledge Jewel Energy, who have paid 1 million cedis into the account. Icon Energy has also paid 1 million cedis. Today we have received 2 million cedis from Serene Insurance, plus a policy insurance policy worth 20 million Ghana cedis. So the Black Stars are grateful. We have also received from Errata Motors 200,000 Ghana cedis. We've received 100,000 cedis from Pay Angel, and today we just received 5 million Ghana cedis from KGL. That is part payment of the 10 million Ghana cedis pledge that they made on the day of the launch. To all of you for the show of love for our Black Stars. Even though the first 2 friendly matches didn't go well, we are still optimistic that the Black Stars will go to the World Cup and make all of us proud.
That was the Deputy Finance Minister speaking there. Let's talk about the Black Stars of Ghana. And centre forward Prince Edu Kwabena has spoken about the prospect of representing the country at a first major competition, none less than the FIFA World Cup. He's played for Ghana in the past year, but still has to fight for a spot on Carlos Correa's squad ahead of the FIFA World Cup. He spoke to my colleague, Fenty Tahiru.
Oh, it will be a great opportunity for me, and I'll be so excited. Because going to the World Cup is not a small thing. Not every player gets a chance to play a World Cup, so to be in that stage, I think it's amazing, and it will be one of my biggest, in my career, achievement in my career. So right now I'm going to my club side to focus on that because we have 2 to 3 months more, and we don't know what will happen. So the thing is, I have to keep on working very hard to get in the leagues.
Yeah, that's Prince Edu Kwabena speaking there about the possibility of representing Ghana at the FIFA World Cup. Speaking of which, we're all going to the World Cup on the wings of Litina Travels, because for $3,990 they can facilitate your Canadian and US visa for you, provide you with match tickets to watch the Black Stars at the World Cup, put you on a return charter flight in a world-class hotel accommodation, and provide travel insurance for this trip. However, if you are looking to just purchase the match tickets from them or join their flights and the hotel accommodation, they can also provide that service at a fee. So do also call Litina Travels on 0244 260 789, 0244 260 789, and they will handle all needs related to the FIFA World Cup for you. Let's talk about the MTN FA Cup, and it enters the semi-final stage from today when Nations FC take on Aduana Stars. Mediama SC are also taking on Dreams FC. Both games will be played at the Swedru Sports Complex, and Mediama's head coach is Ibrahim Tanko. He's been speaking about having to reshuffle his pack ahead of this one, but also the possibility of winning the double because they are top of the Ghana Premier League by a point.
Oh yes, I think, and I always tell the players that all of them are important to us. All of them can start against any team at any time. So definitely, we are also going to make some changes and to give others chance so that they will also be ready for the last 5 games. Oh yes, I always said we are competing in any cup that is available. So we are first in the Premier League. We are playing semi-final in the FA Cup. So definitely, we are going to make anything possible to reach the finals.
That was Ibrahim Tanko, the head coach of Mediama Sporting Club, 2-time winners of the MTN FA Cup. The last time they won it was 11 years ago against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, and they will be seeking to return to the final for the first time in 11 years. Before we go, later tomorrow, Manchester United will take on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge without Harry Maguire and potentially Lisandro Martinez, both of whom are going to miss the game through suspension. Chelsea manager is Liam Rosinio.
Yeah, I think obviously we're not in a good place in terms of the results. It's a brilliant challenge in terms of myself, in terms of my energy, what I give the team, and what more about what we do together. We've had a lot of really strong conversations as a group. We've had some very, very good training sessions. And I think in this moment, you find out about yourself, you find out about your group, and you actually just have to stay focused on the process, which is the day in, day out.
That was Liam Rossignol, the manager of Chelsea, speaking ahead of tomorrow's contest with Manchester United. But of course, the biggest game of the weekend is the top of the table clash between Arsenal and Manchester City at the Etihad. Arsenal are 6 points ahead of Manchester City, and they know if they avoid a defeat in Sunday's game, they hold the aces and potentially win a first Premier League trophy since 2003. But Man City have got a game in hand and know if they win, the walls will be closing in on Arsenal.
No, if they win against Arsenal, they close the gap to 3 points and still have a game in hand.
And
now it becomes
superior goal difference.
That's it. They're done. and it looks like that's just what may happen.
Say I'm far.
No, Arteta doesn't have Arteta doesn't have what it takes to win a league. He doesn't have it.
I have said he's the reason Arsenal have gotten this close, but he's also the reason Arsenal have not wrapped up the title by now.
Charlie, let's go for the business minute. It's brought to us by Anointed Engineering Services, the generator experts.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Electricals, the generator expert. The Ghana Institute of Freight Forwarders has suspended its industrial action at the port, awaiting a final outcome from an engagement with the Ministry of Finance and the Ghana Revenue Authority. According to JIF in a statement released last night, the outcomes of the engagement will be critically assessed and will inform decisions subsequently. A new public-private partnership between the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and FarmMate Limited is expected to create over 300,000 direct and indirect jobs across Ghana's agricultural value chain as the country scales up tomato production and processing nationwide. The Executive Director of the Africa Center for Energy Policy, Ben Boachi, is advocating the full privatization of the Electricity Company of Ghana as a solution to persistent inefficiencies in the country's power distribution sector. And that's all for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Anointed Electricals, the generator expert.
Welcome back. And Anointed Engineering Services Limited is into the sale of ultra-silent fuel-efficient diesel generating sets with size ranging from 5 kVA to 3,000 kVA at competitive prices. And for every generator you acquire, you'll enjoy a 5-year warranty. They also undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generating sets. Their services include a 24-hour emergency service, sale of genuine spare parts, reliable rental service, professional advice, and sale of tar lights and rental. Locate their East Legon branch at 26 Boundary Road, Legon, close to AH Hotel, and head office at number 77 Anointed House on the main Odoko Malam Highway near the Odoko traffic light. They have 21 branches nationwide, and they're into skill training. They have a training school that trains students in generators and plants, auto mechanics, electricals, and controls, as well as solar installations, offering 80% hands-on training and 20% theory. So call them now on 0243 480334 or 0246 423534. Anointed, the generator experts. But let's get interactive this morning. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, number 10 Liversalt, a refreshing relief, and Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you're covered. So look, if your money is controlling you, then now it's time to take charge. The EcoBank mobile app gives you the power to command your money, to transact across 33 African countries and anywhere in the world. Command your money to make water, electricity, and school fee payments, bank and mobile money transfers, create virtual cards to buy only what you need and more. So Money Commander, download the EcoBank mobile app now on the App Store, Play Store, and command your money. Command also means paying attention to details. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details. When in doubt, call the EcoBank call center on 0800 003 225. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. And on Big Stories this morning, brought to us by Telecel, connecting Energy's Republic Bank. We're the one for you. Join the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. And Cowbell Coffee with you every moment. We'll be finding out more now that the Deputy Attorney General has posted that they're taking over the cases of the OSP. What's happening to the OSP and what's the justification for that in itself? We'll get into it. We started that conversation yesterday, but your money deserves the safest home with Telecel. Cash, you're protected every step of the way. No risk, no worries, no long stories, just peace of mind. Dial *110# or download the Telecel Play app now for safe, secure transactions. Telecel Cash, the safer choice. Send keke. So what if your bank helps you big up? Welcome to the Republic Verse, where your money, your business, and dreams level up. Own your dream home with Republic Bank mortgages. Grow faster with SME and corporate banking solutions. Run your daily finances smoothly with retail and commercial banking products. Build wealth with investments and trust management. And pay anywhere, anytime with Republic Visa, credit, or debit card. So whether you're starting out, scaling up, or stepping into what's next, Republic Verse gives you the power to do more and shine brighter. Call Republic Bank toll free 0800 414 414. That's 0800 414 414. Or WhatsApp 0546 414 414 right now and step into the Republic Verse. This is the Republic Verse. Do more, shine more, big up. Republic Bank, we're the one for you. But if you're looking for a motor insurance that goes the extra mile, Hollard Insurance has something special for you this 2026 and you wouldn't want to miss out. Insure your vehicle with Hollard and enjoy extra rewards. New customers get to drive away with free fuel vouchers when they sign up. Existing customers get exclusive gifts when they renew, plus 24/7 free roadside assistance for everyone, so you're never stuck on the road. That's value you can trust. Call 0800 444 999 or visit any Hollard office or speak to your broker today. Menslack Hollard Insurance, we've got you covered. Stay with us when we return after these messages. Our friends from the Institute of Leadership and Strategy will be joining us here on the Super Morning Show. We'll be right back after these.
Auntie T, abeg, fix me gobetete Ghana. No garri, no oil, no plantain, just beans then eggs.
Hey, brah, that be dangerous combination, no.
Problem no day. I fit handle am.
For Telecel, we dey bob say everybody gets what they like. That be why Made For Me bundles day. Based on your usage, you fit get your own data and call packages. Fala! Made For Me bundles like the way you dey want them. That *530#, then buy Made For Me bundles today.
Telecel, connecting energies.
Mr. Kojo, 1 minute before you go to work. The AC you said you want to fix, it won't work.
Why?
Because the electrician will come and chisel my wall. It will make my building weak. Wait, is that a puppy? No animals in my house, oh.
Kojo knows all the challenges about renting. That was his reality until he discovered Republic Bank. With Republic Bank's flexible mortgage solutions, you can move from tenant to homeowner quickly. Imagine stepping into your own home, a place for your family to grow and create memories. Big up. Join the Republic Verse. Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
You can't deny it when you taste it. The rich creamy goodness of Cowbell coffee. Oh, one sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee. Taste it and you love it. It's a natural feeling. One sip and you feel it. It's Cowbell coffee.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
Kuma has always dreamt of commanding his own military forces.
Attention! Eyes right, stand at ease.
Because that dream is still a vision in progress, he spends his time commanding his money with the EcoBank mobile app.
Operation Supplier Payment. Dispatch 1,000 units of currency from Accra to Benin. Move! Move!
Sometimes he wants a little extra control so that he can buy only what he needs.
Command Center mobile app. Activate virtual card protocol and initiate payments for sneakers and t-shirts. Abort mission for leather coat payment.
Even when the general is fast asleep, his standing order marches out to sort his bills. With the EcoBank mobile app, you can command your money to make safe transactions in Ghana and across 33 African countries. Download the EcoBank mobile app on the Play or App Store today.
By the left, about turn.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. EcoBank will never call or send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
We shouldn't have gone to that party.
Massa, my head is killing me. Is that your stomach?
Yes.
What did you eat?
I don't know.
Get rid of your gastric problems with number 10 liver salt. Number 10 gives you quick, effective relief from nausea, indigestion, heartburns, hangovers, and hyperacidity. And with different fruity flavors such as orange and lemon, it's a pretty tasty way to end an uncomfortable situation. Number 10 liver salt from Ernest Chemist, because everyone needs a chemist.
This advert has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Enjoy homemade taste of Shito always with Judicial. Made with carefully selected ingredients, no preservatives, no colorants.
Preservative just helps us spice. Natural we taste, spicy we eat.
Judicial, if you do need. This advert is FDA approved.
Hello, sir. Please check the round tickets you made me purchase for our Canadian partners arriving this weekend.
Something is eating me up though. I still don't know a decent welcoming place where we can host our guests.
This is no issue at all, sir. Let me introduce you to Ghana's best kept secret when it comes to a perfect accommodation, and that is Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment located at Bawi Zero.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment? Tell me more.
Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments is a destination that everyone instantly falls in love with the minute they enter. They have beautifully designed 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, fully equipped kitchens, ultra modern stylish living area, high-speed Wi-Fi connectivity, and an elegant rooftop lounge. Anointed Airbnb has 24-hour professional security, reliable standby generator, and an exceptional customer service and more.
Wow! Please make reservations for our guests right now.
Absolutely. If you ever think of a destination for work retreats, vacations, family events, or weekend getaways, always choose Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartment. Find them in Accra at Bawe Zero, Faith Montessori, or book ahead on 025-638-9193 or 025-649-2415. Anointed Executive Airbnb Apartments. Class, luxury, and lifestyle redefined.
Hey, El Chamano, I agree to. I make sure. Salary them pay last week. This week, no, it finish. How? But don't you have GCB mobile app? Just request a salary advance. You will get it in 30 seconds. Gosh, it just dropped like it's hot.
Get up to 80% of your salary anytime with a GCB mobile app at the lowest interest rates. Switch to a GCB salary account now and payday can be any day. Download the GCB mobile app on Google Play, App Store, or Huawei App Gallery. T's and C's apply. GCB Bank, your bank for life.
Bowley. It's don't sweat it. Guns and grind, baby.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best on Joy 99.7 FM.
Check it out. Now you may kiss your bride. Oh, kiss your bride. You may kiss your bride. Oh, kiss your bride. Now you may kiss your bride. Oh, kiss your bride. You may kiss your bride. Oh, kiss your bride. Makoya bomusio medical afefeye chifangoni mamile. Makoya bomusio medical afefeye chifangoni mamile. Check it out. Now you may may kiss your bride. Oh, kiss your bride.
Okay, so that's Boli with Kiss Your Bride. It's one of the songs I enjoy, but I don't like because of what Accra Hearts of Folk did with it in 2005 after they won the Confederations Cup. So they say kiss the cup. Anyway, that's just by the way. But I told you that we're going to be having a conversation about the certified strategy professional because we've been joined by Dr. Jeff Bassey of the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you once again for the great opportunity.
Great. We'll talk about your 10th cohort shortly. But before we do that, let me just say that if the unexpected were to happen today, would you feel prepared? Would you be able to stay afloat while you find your next opportunity? Well, this 2026 APSA wants you to feel more confident about the future, and that's why the APSA Ultimate Account was created to be the cushion you can count on. With an APSA Ultimate Account, you get 3 times your monthly salary up to 20,000 in the event of retrenchment to help you stay afloat. So move with confidence this 2026. Open an APSA Ultimate Account today. Your story matters, APSA. But at the World Cup this June, there are those who will be going to watch and there are those who will be living the experience. Oh boy, you have to live the experience. So if you want to live the World Cup experience, then with over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Match Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn a match into a lifetime memory and is giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. Think VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, and gourmet dining and priority access. No stress, no hassle, just pure football luxury. And this isn't just a ticket, it's the World Cup experience. It only comes once every 4 years, so why experience it like just another game? Upgrade your World Cup experience. Call 0551 551119 or visit matchexphospitality.com or walk into any APSA Bank branch, our official banking partner, for more information and payment. Match Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. The 2026 World Cup experience is brought to you by Match Experience Hospitality with APSA Bank as the official partner, as official banking partner, and Glyco as the official travel insurance partner. Okay, so let's get into the conversation about the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. And it'll be important, first of all, Dr. Bassey, to tell us about the Institute. What's the Institute of Leadership and Strategy all about?
Well, thank you so much, and a very good morning to our August listeners. Winston, the Institute of Leadership and Strategy for some years now have been focusing on executive development programs with special emphasis on leadership and strategy. And that have been targeted only at people in managerial roles. Aside we hosting courses in leadership and strategy, we also facilitate leadership sessions and strategy sessions for quite a number of organizations. We have covered over 200 organizations across the country. Most recently, we facilitate leadership sessions for the Parliament House of Ghana.
Okay.
We do the Bank of Ghana. We do Ghana Revenue Authority. We do Coca-Cola. We do, Kempinski Hotel. Quite a number of organizations in developing their managers and, senior officers into C-suite executive positions.
Okay, great. So let's talk about the professional certification in strategy. Tell us about it.
Very well. So, Winston, having gone through quite a number of organizations, especially in strategy sessions, we have realized how, organizations spend quite some good money in gathering in a lot of these facilities, outside of Accra. The Royal Sanchez, the Safari Valley Resorts and the rest, in the name of building strategies, and then they go for strategy sessions. And some of the time you realize that they only go and put together annual goals and come together and come back to Accra and call it strategy sessions. We have actually realized, especially with a lot of knowledge from Boston Consulting Group's research, on how much loads of managers at different layers, whether they are the layer one who are the line managers or the senior managers or C-suite executives, how much knowledge and strategy is lacking. And so for some time now, we have run 9 cohorts. We have been focusing on professional certification executive program in strategy. As I mentioned, 9 cohorts have run, and so we are just preparing for cohort number 10. So you got to go through key modules as strategy formulation, that culminate into the strategy planning itself, how to run effective strategy sessions, managing strategic projects. But we leave special emphasis on strategy execution. It does look like even organizations and managers who understand the whole idea of developing strategies simply can't close the gap between strategy and operations. And so the execution bit, so that it doesn't just become a prestigious exercise to say we are doing strategy, but we can't simply back it up with the practice or closing the gap between the strategy and operations. So we lay a lot of emphasis on execution of the strategy, aside a few other modules like developing the financial models that back up the strategy, etc.
Okay, great. So now that you've explained what this whole program is about, let's look at the structure and duration of it, because you'd understand that timing and ability to attend lectures is sometimes a lot of problems. So what's the structure and duration of this course? Very
well. We have firmly in focus the caliber of people who go through the courses. Strictly, you have to be in a management role, a managerial role to qualify. It doesn't matter which layer of management. You can be at the lower level of management or mid-level or the executive level, but you have to necessarily be in a decision-making role to qualify. I mean, we've had a lot of big shots, chief director at the presidency, directors of passport, GCB Bank have brought a number of their senior officers, etc., Tallow Oil, etc. Considering this caliber of persons, we have to make the training sessions quite flexible for them. It's an 8-week course, except that you take tuition on weekends only. And even the weekends, you have the option of switching between Saturday physical runs 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at our Executive Training Center, East Legon, on the Lagos Avenue. In Ghana, we are not too used to names of streets. So let me say Mensville Hotel Stretch, right behind the GT Bank. Physical class is Saturdays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Otherwise, you are signing up for the virtual option, which is Sundays only, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m., via Google Meet. The good thing is that they can switch between the two options, so you don't have to stick to one necessarily. You can stick to physical or online all throughout. However, you also have the liberty to every weekend you look at what suits your schedule, and then you decide which. So you can do Saturday, a particular weekend, the following weekend. So you are engaged, maybe you have a funeral or something, and then you take the online following it, because whatever is taught in the physical class is the same thing that is taught again online.
So if I get you, you can decide to do Saturdays 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
Precisely.
Or Sundays 1 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Exactly so.
And whatever is taught on the Saturday, the same thing taught on Sunday.
Precisely.
And so if you miss a Saturday, don't worry, you could just do a Sunday virtual.
Very well.
Okay. Now, earlier you're talking about qualification. Let's focus on that again. You say managers.
Yes, you have to clearly be in a managerial role. There are, however, some professionals who may not be enjoying the portfolio of being a manager, but you are a professional in your own right. Say accountant. We've had a number of medical doctors come through. Synlab CEO and some of the doctors there have been through the program. Bank Hospital. We've had a few military officers who had come through the program, and so some qualified lawyers. This caliber of people. What we don't take is, I just finished university 2 years ago, and I'm at the entry level of my career. No, you may not even appreciate what happens in the session, especially with the caliber of industry chiefs and key resource persons. And our focus there, strategy is actually a thing for people in the top level of the organization. Yes, we have a few people who may be branch managers, they are the lower level of management, but the goal is that they are aspiring at those key roles. We accept those. But for the rank and file regular worker, I just finished, like I mentioned, 2 years, I finished my national survey, I'm at the entry level. We do not accept you into this executive strategy class.
Okay. But so when does the next cohort start? And if I want to register, how do I do so?
Very well. So we've run 9 cohorts successfully. We have passed out close to 1,000 persons through the strategy course, and then also run executive leadership program. So the two together, we are about 1,000 persons who had come through so far. The next immediate cohort, which is our cohort number 10, takes off on Saturday, May 23. So 23rd of May is a takeoff date for the next immediate cohort. What it means is that those in the physical will report on Saturday, May 23 by 10 a.m. Otherwise, if you are doing the virtual option for the very first weekend, you are starting on May 24. 2026. So that is the takeoff. Now, if you want to sign up, you just simply have to send a quick WhatsApp or you place a call to 0244 268672.
Let's take the number again.
The number again is 0244 268672. But Winston, let me quickly add that there are a few people who may want much more detailed information. The modules, the 8 modules in the 8 weeks, the fee, the installment payment plan, and etc., and may want to learn a bit more about the certification. Tomorrow we are running an online information session. Of course, it's free for those who want to learn more. And so once you send your name to the number I've mentioned, you send your name by WhatsApp to the number I mentioned. The link will be given to you tomorrow, Saturday, 5 p.m. on the dot. We have a virtual information session, about a 40-minute conversation where we present to you a complete overview of the course, and then you also have the liberty to ask your questions and you'll be provided answers, just so you have the grounding enough to make a decision for yourself whether you want to enroll in this professional or executive strategy program or not.
Great. Before you go, so for that person who's thinking, should I get onto this program or not? Why is it important to have a certified strategy program? Why is it important to enroll on a certified strategy program?
Yes, so Winston, the bit of expressing key knowledge, confidence, and strategy is imperative for surviving at the top as a manager. As I mentioned, Boston Consulting Group did a research that sought to indicate that managers at the lower level, as much as 78% of them, do not quite appreciate what strategy is. And those in the middle level, some 52% do not. But the shocker is, even those at the C-suite executive positions, you still have some 32% of them not being very confident in strategy. Now, in the absence of key strategy or strategic plan, the organization may just be busy in activities, but you don't really have strategic direction and managers who know how to translate the organization's strategy into result for the organization. So finally, let me say that for those who already are well versed in strategy, how are we sure of you, except when there's a professional body that says that you have been gone through such rigorous training in strategy and so certified. And for those who do not know, it's opportunity to have knowledge. Those who have, certification gives you a lot of credibility. And let me say, all the key strategic frameworks that we know or we hear of are not just taught in our lecture hall. You are actually groomed on how to apply them in making decisions, from the McKinsey's 9-box metrics to Potter's generic strategies, to name it. All of the key issues are taught, especially in how to use them or apply them in making key decisions. So yes, when you certify, of course, it gives you a lot of credibility. Most employers who want to deal with you, and there are a few people out there who also want to go into management consulting. This becomes a major support for you in sealing off your confidence in strategy to survive as a consultant.
Great. So the number once again is?
The number once again is, once you WhatsApp your name to that number, we'll send you the link to join the free information session tomorrow, 5 p.m. Otherwise, every other information you need to sign up. The number is 0244 26 86 72.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Jeff Bassey of the Institute of Leadership and Strategy. But this is a blessed birthday to Mr. Ofori of SNIT. Many gracious grace in the new year from Rosemont and the kids to you. And today also is, your birthday. That's Eugene Odame. So, happy birthday to Eugene Odame, lecturer at Unimac Institute of Film and Television. And tomorrow is your wife's birthday also, Mrs. Suzette Odame. We wish her happy birthday in advance. Okay, husband and wife. Okay. Folks, stay with us. We'll be right back after these.
It's Friday!
When I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth with Kale Charcoal toothpaste. This gives me confidence all day.
Anytime you meet Amma, don't be surprised I smile showing my beautiful white teeth because I don't have cavity thanks to Kale Charcoal toothpaste for its natural charcoal properties. In fact, we are like twins. I can't go without my Kale Charcoal toothpaste.
That be why I dey use Kale Charcoal toothpaste morning and night when I dey go bed safe. It dey make my teeth white when it dey comot every scent from my mouth inside. My confidence level they go up, so I dey show my 32 teeth all.
Introducing the Kale Charcoal toothpaste, formulated with activated bamboo charcoal powder, ensures whiter teeth and removes bad breath. The strong natural property of the activated bamboo charcoal removes bacteria, absorbs surface stains on our teeth caused by coffee, wines, and tobacco. Welcome, Kale Charcoal toothpaste. Kale Charcoal toothpaste, Sankofa Yenchi.
Kale, happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Mieux qu'être mal accompagné, pas vrai?
The World Cup is coming, and this time you're not just watching it, you're living it. Match Experience Hospitality is giving you front row access to football's biggest stage in absolute style. Think VIP stadium seating, exclusive lounges, gourmet dining, and priority access. No stress, no hassle, just pure football luxury. This isn't just a ticket. This is the World Cup experience. With over a decade as an official FIFA sales agent, Match Experience Hospitality knows exactly how to turn a match into a lifetime memory. So upgrade your World Cup. Call 055 155 1119. Visit matchexphospitality.com or walk into any Absa Bank branch, our official banking partner today. Match Experience Hospitality. Don't just watch the game, live it. Match Experience Hospitality is doing this with Absa Bank as its official banking partner and Glyco as your official travel insurance partner.
Because the West ones, not because we love the water, but because the water never lets us go.
This May, in celebrating Arise 2026 International Justice Mission in partnership with Image Bureau, April Communications and the National Theatre presents The White Ones, a story of pain, ignorance, deception, mystery, and struggle. For one day only, catch this theatrical masterpiece on Saturday, 2nd May at 4 p.m. at the National Theatre. The White Ones. Register for your free invite at www.imagebureaugh.com or visit IJM Ghana on Facebook, IG, and X. The White Ones. Directed by Derek Sawano. Saturday, 2nd May at 4 p.m. only at the National Theatre. Supported by Niplant Car Rentals, Graphic Communications Group, Joy FM, Hit FM, Joy Prime TV, and proudly brought to you by International Justice Mission.
Easter is here and Electroland says come and shop. This Easter, make it special. Electroland is bringing you unbeatable offers, unbelievable discounts, and exciting free gifts. Feel the rhythm with Samsung, TCL, and Media Home Theaters. Enjoy your favorite Easter movies on LED smart TVs. You can stay cool all day with our powerful air conditioners. Want a bedside fridge for your chilled drinks? We've got you. Prepare your Easter meals on a 4 to 6 burner gas cooker with grill and oven. And make laundry easy with top or front load washing machines. Visit our showrooms or go to www.electrolandg8.com. Call 050-315-9739. Electroland, home of luxury affordable electronics.
Want more of the world's best entertainment? Well, DSTV's got you. We got kicks, we got scores, we got action, we got roars, we got drama, we got fun, we got more for everyone.
We got you.
So come on, get connected. There's an upgrade on us just for you.
It's my specialty.
More channels, more shows, more joy for you and the fam every day. DSTV, we got you all the way.
Sasso, sasso, e se come tonton freco.
saso mi se kumentonton preko. Kumentonton preko. Saso kumtonton preko. Na ni sham ne die edem stronko.
This advert is FDA approved.
Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
Those who do not understand tree, please forgive me. They say I'm a Ankwanoma. Medemekra Abba for it. Me yet me to me. Emreswa Eko. Those who do not understand tree, please forgive me. They say I'm a Ankwanoma. Medemekra Abba for it. Me yet me to me. Emreswa Eko.
And we should stop making or legislating the proliferation of institutions. The institution that is there to do a job, give it every authority, every facility, every human power, every ICT resource, anything, so that they can deliver. And if we find it necessary, then we dissociate the Attorney General from the government, because that's the fear of an Attorney General not prosecuting members of the government. So this is something that must be finally resolved. I trust that it will go finally to the Supreme Court. Then we shall know for sure that in actual fact, the constitutional provisions we give the Attorney General as the sole authority to prosecute cannot coexist with another organization until the law of the Constitution is changed.
Those who do not understand tree, please forgive me. They say I'm a Ankwanoma. Medemekra Abba for it. Me yet me to me. Emreswa Eko.
If you read the long title of the bill, it says, an act to establish the Office of the Special Prosecutor as a specialized agency to investigate specific areas of corruption involving public officers and politically exposed persons. Who are politically exposed persons? If you want us to subject election processes and officials engage, even political parties say so, but when you say politically exposed persons, I have a difficulty. But Mr. Chairman, even what is more important, in the performance of their functions as well as persons in the private sector, we've roped in persons from the private sector implicated in the commission of corruption. And when you bring in the private sector, there is always an ambit, a platform to commit corruption. Nowhere in this bill is the other twin evil, bribery, mentioned. Yet they go together. One reinforces the other. And therefore, nepotism, favoritism, bribery reinforces corruption. But what is even more important in the long title for our purposes is when you say, prosecute these offenses on the authority of the Attorney General. Which Attorney General? Where then is the independence that you promised? We will say that the appointing authority, the President shall appoint the special prosecutor or a special counsel, as it is in other jurisdictions, with the prior approval of Parliament. And probably even further recommend with 2/3 majority, so that the person is a strong personality who is subject not just to executive nomination, but prior approval of Parliament. We also must strongly recommend that an addition to the remit of the office of the special prosecutor must be recommendations of Parliament based on the Public Accounts Committee report, so that the leakages, misappropriation, embezzlement also can directly be punished by the special prosecutor. Parliament is guided as to how the Constitution can be amended, whether entrenched or non-entrenched. And therefore, we will be mindful of procedural issues and to appreciate whether or not there is not an attempt in this bill to amend Article 88(3) of the Constitution. That will oblige and compel us to invoke the exclusive jurisdiction of the Supreme Court to see whether the bill as passed by Parliament is consistent with the architecture of the 1992 Constitution, and whether or not we should not be inviting them to appreciate that Article 88 remains part of the executive provisions of the Constitution, which is entrenched, and therefore the Constitution provides elaborate provisions as to how it can be amended.
Right, so that's that Dilumba with Nkwanoma here on the Super Morning Show. One that the special prosecutor loves. But you know, yesterday there was this post by the Deputy Attorney General, Justice Remsai, on Facebook. Says yesterday the High Court ordered the Honorable Attorney General to take over all the cases which the Office of the Special Prosecutor is prosecuting until such a time that the OSP obtains the constitutionally required authorization to prosecute. The order was given in the case brought by accused person 1 Peter Archibald Hyde, who was being prosecuted by the OSP. And it continues that, it says the Honorable Attorney General has no intention or capacity to disobey or ignore the High Court's order. Accordingly, the Office of the Attorney General will in the coming days begin to take the necessary steps to give effect to the court's order. We've been joined by the Deputy Attorney General, Justice Remsai. Good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Winston. It's been a while.
Indeed, it has been, and I believe you're doing very well. So you indicate the Attorney General will in the coming days begin to take the necessary steps to give effect to the court's order. Have you begun those necessary steps?
Thank you very much, Winston. Let me first give a background to this whole issue so that the public who are entitled to know will not just know what is going on, but will also understand what is going on. And I think it's our duty as public office holders to take those steps to ensure that the people are aware of what is going on, because of a lot of misinformation on this matter. First of all, we need to acknowledge that the role that the office of the special prosecutor is intended to play in our democracy is a very important one. Let me just give you one reason why the office of the special prosecutor is an important office.
Okay.
First of all, when you talk of corruption is a very complex, area of life, and to fight it, you need to really be dedicated to that fight. You need to be committed to it, and then you need the support of every institution of state and every civil society and everyone to be able to succeed in the fight against corruption. Now, the strength of the office, the strength of that office is the fact that it specializes only, in the area of corruption. So, for example, if you take the Attorney General's office, we conduct every aspect of, like, every crime we investigate, and we prosecute for that. But the problem is that for us, we can still come out as a very effective institution, even if we don't prosecute even one corruption case. Do you know why? Because we can look good by prosecuting murder. We can look good by prosecuting armed robbers. We can look good by prosecuting all the other offenses, and we can justify our budget by doing all those other things except corruption. But in the case of the special prosecutor, they cannot succeed unless they succeed at fighting corruption. And that is why it is important that we all understand that no one in this administration, President Mohammed's administration, is against the office of the special prosecutor and the role that it is intended to play in our democracy. It's a very crucial role, and I can tell you that the president is committed 100% to ensuring that corruption is fought on all fronts. Having said that, there is another issue on the table, which is what I think this whole fight is about. It is not that the office of the special prosecutor is not important, and I've made that point. What the issue is that citizens are beginning to raise concerns about the legitimacy and the constitutionality of the office. This concern is not new. From the very day that this office of special prosecutor idea was mooted by the previous government, every lawyer that I have spoken to, every lawyer who understands constitutional law, knew from day one that the solution to this problem is a constitutional amendment. I don't know any lawyer, even as of today, I don't know any lawyer who honestly believes that to create an independent prosecutorial authority in Ghana, you just have to use an ordinary legislation to do that. So for me, the issue we are facing today is not even about a disagreement over the constitutionality of what has happened. Now, a citizen has brought a case in court, and this citizen this is someone who is being prosecuted, okay, and says that, look, I will raise objection, what we call preliminary objection, to the power, the authority of the OSP to prosecute me. This is not the first time that such an objection has been raised. This objection, I can mention about at least 3 cases in the past where people who have been prosecuted have objected to the authority of the prosecutor and succeeded in quashing convictions, in stopping the prosecutors from prosecuting them. There's a case called Republic versus Mohammed Shafiq Hijazi. This was in 2019. What was the issue in that case? It is SEPS, SEPS, now GRA, former SEPS. Mm-hmm. When SEPS was converted to GRA, SEPS used to prosecute with the authority of the Attorney General. Then when it was converted to GRA, they went on to prosecute just by change of name. I mean, by new legislation and change of name. The accused person challenged the legality of his prosecution and succeeded. Then there is Issa versus the Republic. There are cases, so it is not even a novel situation that someone who is being prosecuted will challenge the authority of the person prosecuting him and succeed. It is not even a novel situation. It has happened before in our jurisprudence. Now the thought is that when I read the OSP Act, the Act itself says that you can prosecute upon the authority of the Attorney General.
Yeah.
So the accused person is saying, I want you to show me your authority, your authorization for me to know whether you can prosecute me or not. And that is the accused person's right. If you were being prosecuted and you know of... Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Go ahead.
If you are being prosecuted and you know of any objection that you can raise to make sure that you are not prosecuted, are you going to say that because of the desire to fight corruption, you won't raise that objection? And if you raise that objection, are you going to accept the fact that because everybody loves the office that is prosecuting, look at SEPS. SEPS' job is to collect taxes for Ghana. So are you going to say that because everybody loves the role that the institution is playing, you will accept to be prosecuted even though the person doesn't have authority? And so when the court held that the office of the special prosecutor was unable to provide evidence of their authorization, and because of that, the prosecution must end. And because of that, the office of the special prosecutor has no authority to be prosecuting people. The issue is not even about the court decision, because we all know that when a court decides a matter and you disagree, what you do is to appeal. And you have your right of appeal up to review level, up to Supreme Court, and even have a review, opportunity if you have a strong case. That how does this convert into the narrative that there are people who don't want the special prosecutor's office to function?
Okay. Now,
Justice Ansai. No. Mm-hmm. Winston.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me just make it. So, and today we seem to we are all agreeing, or we seem to be agreeing that rule of law is what should prevail. Okay. And in this case that I just narrated to you, the Office of Attorney General was not a party to the case. As a matter of fact, we didn't know of this case until it was decided. You understand?
Okay.
So, how does that become a fight between the Office of the Attorney General and the Office of the Special Prosecutor? We didn't ask anyone to go and commit a crime. We didn't ask OSP to arrest this person. We didn't ask OSP to go. We had no hand in OSP's prosecution of this person. In fact, I don't even know this person. You understand? So, how is it that we must be so powerful to be able to ask someone to go and commit a crime and got the OSP to arrest the person and put the person before court and for the person to raise this objection? And this objection was pending before we even filed our case. This objection was raised somewhere in January. Okay. And we published our opinion, our position on this matter just last week.
Okay. So, I mean...
now, that is the first side of the case. Now, the second one, the one aspect of the case in the Supreme Court. It's a Supreme Court matter. There is a friend of mine, not a friend, someone I trained, Noah Dante. He's been in my firm for some time. He since we got into office and I think before that, he is someone who is in the habit of filing public interest cases. He already has about 3 cases against the Office of Attorney General. So he goes to court to see that the Office of the Special Prosecutor doesn't have any authority to be prosecuting. I mean, I'm just giving you the broad strokes. And that the act that established the Office of the Special Prosecutor, a section of it is unconstitutional. And the unconstitutionality or the question of constitutionality also hinges on the same issue of whether Parliament, could make an act to establish an independent, authority to prosecute without recourse to the Office of the Attorney General. This case was filed somewhere last year. And let me tell you what happens at the Office of the Attorney General when cases are filed before we take a decision on how to defend the case. In case of legislation like this, we go for the file that led to the original legislation. We review every comment on the file, and then we review the position of the law. And when we review the position of the law, we then go to the next stage of policy as to what policy would the law justify before we file our case. Now, when we publish our position also supports the fact that the Office of the Special Prosecutor should have been created by a constitutional amendment rather than by an ordinary legislation. This is not the first time that Attorney General has taken this position. We've been consistent in this position that whenever there is a provision of the Constitution and you want to alter it, the proper thing to do is to seek amendment of the Constitution and not to use a legislative or administrative measures to do it. It has been the consistent position of the Attorney General Office since time immemorial. Okay. It has also been the consistent position of the Supreme Court on that. Now, when you take this issue, from the very day that this legislation was mooted and discussed, it has always been on the table that you can't solve this problem or you can't achieve what you want to achieve without amending the Constitution. Indeed, the Special Prosecutor himself, when he was being vetted, made the same point. And I think every lawyer that I know has made the same point. So we put our position, which is consistent with precedents and everything out there. How is that an attempt to suppress or to destroy the Office of the Special Prosecutor?
Okay.
And let me make this very important point, Winston. Today we may be happy that we can allow, or we will say, that Parliament has the power to take a constitutional power and use ordinary legislation to allocate it to somebody else. Today, maybe we like the Office of the Special Prosecutor. We like the intent behind the office. We appreciate it. We want it to work. So we accept that. Tomorrow, but when you set a precedent in law, okay, law does not operate based on what you want today and what you want tomorrow. So tomorrow, what we are saying is that Parliament may take judicial power, okay, use ordinary legislation to allocate part of the judicial power to another institution and say that this institution can also adjudicate over matters. Are we going to court them to say that Parliament has no power to do so? So when we take this position, it is because of the essence of law. Law is intended to be as it is so that people cannot use their personal interest and desire to have their way. That is why we call it rule of law, not rule of man. Rule of law means that all of us are under the law. So the fact that you like something, the fact that you want something done, as far as constitutional law is concerned, doesn't mean that you can use any means to do it. That is why we have what we call institutional limitation, procedural limitation, and substantive limitation in law. What it means is that when you give power to someone and you don't regulate the power, the person can misuse the power to abuse people. Okay. That is why we have what we call power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. So if we ignore the limitations today, then we must be ready to accept the fact that now we are giving Parliament a free hand to do what they want to do at any point in time and have it done.
Now, Justice, I'm sorry, quick question, because you start by saying it's important to let the public know and understand, and I'll take the know as knowledge. So based on that premise, it's important we also understand, because you make reference to SEPs who had been giving authorization by the Attorney General to prosecute. That authorization, how is it done, briefly?
Okay, so when what happens is the organization or the person, let me see, the person who wants to be authorized. So the institution will submit a list of persons that they want to be authorized, and then we issue executive instrument, or what we usually call a fiat, to the institutions that these persons can go and then prosecute on behalf of the Attorney General. So if you take Yoko, for instance, it is not every lawyer in Yoko who has the power to prosecute. The lawyers who have the power to prosecute in Yoko are lawyers that come and release them in the EI and tell them that these persons are authorized to prosecute. And there's a criteria for even selecting the persons who are authorized to do so.
Okay. So if the OSP were to say, come to you and say they want authorization, that's something the Attorney General will grant them.
Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't we grant them the authorization if they apply for it?
Now, in the same way, the Attorney General can also, because of the importance you attach to the Office of the Special Prosecutor, liaise with them and give them that authorization to prosecute corruption and corruption-related cases, right?
We have been liaising with the Office of the Special Prosecutor since we came to office. I mean, there are so many things that we have done, some of which I cannot put out there. So there's no issue about liaising or not liaising. We will always. Why wouldn't we? That's the question I am asking. Why
is that not the more reason? Is that not the more reason? And Justice Ramsay, 1 minute. Is that not the more reason? Your statement on Facebook that since you cannot disobey the court's ruling, you're taking steps to take over their cases, when what you can actually do is to now give them the authorization to continue with their prosecutions.
I think you missed the point. You missed the whole point of this issue. You have completely missed it. Have you ever listened to the debate is not whether OSP is not interested in coming for the authorization, and it's because the OSP says that it is independent and doesn't require the authorization. That is the issue at the center of it. It's not about why you think if OSP the office wants to come for the authorization, what does it take? It's a letter you write to us. So the fact that they are not doing it should even prompt you to know that the issue is bigger than coming for authorization. The whole argument is the independence of the special prosecutor, which is at the core of this issue. So if you simplify the matter and it says that it's just about giving authorization and not giving it, then you probably have completely left the issue aside and you're addressing a completely different issue.
Great. So if the OSP admits that they need the authorization, you don't have a problem?
We have never had any problem with the fact that there should be an independent, a special prosecutor who will prosecute corruption and corruption-related cases. We have never had any issue. And look, President Mahama has said this when he was campaigning. It has been the policy of the NDC it's part of our manifesto that we have no intention. We think that the Office of the Special Prosecutor is an important, it's an essential office that should stand in this country. The mandate is very, very, very important to our democracy. That is not to say that because something is important, then you can do it anyhow. Especially when citizens are invoking the jurisdiction of a court and issues of legality and constitutionality are raised. You cannot use your wish and desire to subvert a constitutional or a legal arrangement. Otherwise, then we are no more under rule of law, we are under rule of man. And today, maybe the outcome is something that we like. But when you set the precedent, tomorrow, the outcome may not be something that you like. And I've already given you an example where when we accept this, then we should be ready that tomorrow, Parliament can use ordinary legislation to take other powers and give to people that persons or other authorities that they want without following the prescribed procedures of the Constitution. And when that happens, then all of us are exposed, and we cannot, at that point, be saying that we believe in rule of law or that we believe in the Constitution.
Okay. Now, someone sends me a question that says, Justice Ramsay was on the CSO panel during the deliberations to find a legitimate way to get an OSP Act so we can prosecute political corruption independent of the AG. What was his position then?
My position has been this position, and it has been the position of the law since then. Our position is that to be able to create an independent prosecutor, we need to amend Article 88. It has always been, it has always been my position, it has always been the position of the NDC, it has been the position of all the lawyers that I know who understand law and appreciate constitutional law. I don't know any lawyer, to be honest with you, who understands constitutional law, who thinks that this can be done by a legislation. And yesterday, I'm sure I had a chance to listen to, I went on your social media platform and I saw videos of eminent lawyers. I've seen the former Attorney General Ayukurutu. I have heard the former Deputy Attorney General Temka. I have heard the former Speaker of Parliament. I have heard, and before that I've heard so many. It's something that we have discussed extensively before. And so there's no dispute over this issue as to what is constitutional and what is not constitutional and how to create an independent, prosecutor.
Great. So, yes, my colleague Kwetante has a quick question for you.
Yeah, Justice. There are those who would say that implicit in the process that leads to the approval and appointment of the special prosecutor is the authorization. So we have a special prosecutor that is nominated by the Attorney General, that is appointed by the President. He is vetted by the Parliament of Ghana and approved and sworn in. When the Attorney General is nominating someone with a special prosecutor, he's nominating the person to go and prosecute. So there are those who will argue, and I've seen Ace and Koma makes a lengthy post on Facebook this morning explaining that perhaps if you look at the process leading to the appointment and the law itself, that authorization is implicit in the act and is implicit in the appointment process of the Attorney General. I wonder how you respond to that.
Thank you for this question. That is to say that, one, anything that a public official does is constitutional and cannot be challenged. If the argument is that because the Attorney General has done all this and therefore it will be construed as approval or authorization, so no one can question it, it is to say that anything any public official does is correct and cannot be questioned. Parliament has made laws that have been struck down as unconstitutional. Presidents have taken a decision at the highest level of cabinet and have been struck down as unconstitutional. Look, COVID-19 law, and I conducted that case myself when I was a private practitioner. The president made a law which said that because of the COVID situation, we should what we call it, those restrictions, impose restrictions on citizens to save life. When we challenged it, the Supreme Court said that to save life is important. However, the Constitution has a procedure for saving lives. So under these circumstances, so if the president indeed wants to save life, he should go in accordance with that provision, the steps that the Constitution has provided. And the court made a profound statement. It says, if we allow for the sake of what we think good today, and we sidestep the law and achieve it, tomorrow we are creating a room for people to sidestep the law, to do what is bad. And that the reason why there's a law or there's law is for us to protect ourselves with our respect to humans and with our respect to personal desires. How is this not sensible? And I think it's a very sensible thing that everybody who understands the essence of law would accept. That the fact that we say you can do this doesn't mean that you can do it anyhow. So that argument, I don't know what it's intended to achieve, but in any case, how does the Attorney General's compliance with the law, okay? Parliament made a law. So it says the Attorney General should do X, Y, Z, should appoint somebody, should nominate somebody. The Attorney General complies with the law to have that done. How is that an immunity to question of constitutionality? So what kind of argument is that?
Then, Justice, I want to know also, in your post, you are specific that you are taking steps to take over all the cases. How are you going to do that, and when are you doing that?
Okay, so as I indicated, I said in the coming days, so we are, since the decision was given and since we got a copy of the decision, we have been having meetings with our officials and we've been planning what to do. And I think that's why I said in the coming days we'll announce to the public the steps that we are putting in place to ensure that the court, the court's order is given effect to, and to assure the public. Let me give this assurance to the general public. Issues of this nature, okay, requires persons who have deep public interest at heart. People who have the mentality to achieve what is right. And we are going to balance every possible interest to ensure that any step that we take to comply with the court decision is taken in the best interest of the people. It is taken with respect to the human rights of the people who are being prosecuted, who have been prosecuted. And so it is not something that I can sit here and then say that we are going to do X, Y, Z, because we are making sure that we take the decision that is perfect, a decision that would satisfy every possible interest and reconcile all the difficulties that we have had, including consultation with the Office of the Special Prosecutor and even their staff and all the things that are concerned in this matter. We are going to make sure that we have all that and get it right.
Quick one. And so, Kokua Santi was raising the question about the legislation, and someone just said, so the AG issued legislative instrument, that's LI 2374, which explicitly empower the OSP to decide whether or not to prosecute after investigations. And that says, based on this, what other authorization would be needed by the OSP?
I think we are missing the issue. I have addressed the authorization issue. That the issue at stake is really not whether AG wants to authorize or AG doesn't want to authorize. That is not the issue at stake. The issue at stake is whether the OSP requires AG's authorization. I don't know if you get the difference.
Yes, I get it. Go ahead.
So if you ask me whether AG has authorized him or has implicitly authorized the office, what is at stake is whether the authorization itself is required, not whether how it was given.
So talking about whether the authorization is required, there are those who say based on the legislation, the authorization has actually been given, and that would not be required again because it has been given.
Winston,
Justice.
Let me just break it down. So the purpose of setting up the OSP is to make it independent of the Attorney General. Is that not the purpose?
Yes. Independent.
If that is the purpose
independent
of the Attorney General. Of the Attorney General. Hello?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
No, I want us to go because I've said it so many times, and I don't get
independent of the Attorney
General. That is
Yes.
understood. So the purpose is to ensure that the Office of the Special Prosecutor is independent of the Attorney General. That is the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you are going to be independent of someone, do you need a person's authorization? The answer is no, because anyone who gives you authorization has the power to also withhold or withdraw the authorization. And the authorization we are referring to comes with so many conditions. It doesn't mean that we give you AG doesn't give you the authorization and then allows you to do, and then you can do whatever you like. And here, I'm not even talking of a particular Attorney General, I'm talking of the institution. So for example, if you ask someone, to drive your car, you give authorization to someone to drive your car. The driver cannot do as he wishes. So the core issue in this conversation is whether the OSP requires the authorization in the first place. Well, the current OSP, he was my lecturer, a very intelligent man. You think he doesn't know that he can write a letter and be given authorization? He knows, and it's so easy to do that. But the fact that he has not done it or is not interested in doing it should tell you that the issue is not about whether the authorization will be given or will not be given. It is about whether it is even required in the first place. To be independent, you don't need the authorization of the Attorney General. So that is the issue at the center of this conversation.
Okay.
So Justice, the subject matter that led to this decision by the High Court judge was the co-warranto application that had been made. And this is a High Court judge seized with a single matter. As the Deputy Attorney General, as someone that has prosecuted so many cases, done a lot of constitutional issues like you said, and we all know about that. Do you think the High Court judge had jurisdiction and had the power to make some of the orders he had made, not limited to the specifics of the case before him, but in a way that almost goes to the heart of the question that is currently before the Supreme Court on whether or not the OSP has prosecutorial powers that is independent of the power you and Dr. Dominica Yene exercise at the Attorney General's Department?
So let me give you the answer is first, it depends. A High Court ordinarily, faced with an application on a particular matter, will make orders to affect that particular matter. But when the particular matter is a question of someone's public authority, and that question has been answered, it goes to the public authority's foundation, not the accused person. So the question before the court is whether you have authority to conduct prosecution. And you are given the opportunity to show that you have the authority to conduct prosecution. And the court found out that you were not able to show that you have authority to prosecute. What other order should the court make that your lack of authority to prosecute is only in respect of this person, but when it comes to another person, even though you still don't have the authority, you will go and prosecute that person?
Sir, but because this was just a single matter, the authorization to be shown had to do with this particular matter. I'm not sure Justice Nyante was aware whether or not the OSP has authorization in any of the other cases he's prosecuting. It was limited to this particular case before him, and so there are those who suggest strongly that he had to make orders that bordered on the specifics of the issue before him, and not go to make orders that actually almost pronounces on what some will say the constitutionality or otherwise of the OSP acts and all of that. But it did not have limited himself to a co-warranto application.
No, I understand your question. Are you done?
Please, you may answer the question.
Yeah, it looks like I'm not able to communicate properly, because I've told you that the question before the court is whether the OSP has a fiat to prosecute at all. The court found that the OSP did not have authorization to prosecute at all. So you want the court to say that even though you don't have authorization to prosecute at all, you can prosecute some other people, but you can't prosecute this person before me. In other words, you expect that even though the finding is that there is no authorization at all, every other accused person should go and then file a different case for the court to go through and come to the same conclusion, and for the court to come to the same conclusion. So the issue of having decided a case which doesn't apply to another case depends on the nature of the inquiry before the court. It is not a general rule that when the court is making a decision in respect of one person, and then he cannot make the decision will not go and affect the other person. If the question is about the person's authority and the finding is that he doesn't have the authority, on what basis would the court say that go and prosecute other people? Do you get the point I'm making?
I get the point.
So there's no general rule that when someone brings a case in a public law, you see, it's not every lawyer who is a public law expert. Okay, public law is a special part of law which requires special training and special, appreciation of issues than private law. So when these principles come under discussion, I expect that people will make pronouncements or explanations that do not really reflect the position of the law. But I think when the explanation is given and is understood, unless it's not understood, we cannot keep repeating something that has been explained and which I believe is understood. If the president dismisses Mr. A, from office on grounds that the person belongs to NPP, right? and the person challenges the issue in court, and the court rules that the president cannot dismiss anybody on grounds of the person's political affiliation, you are saying that pronouncement by the court, because it's between the president and Mr. A, now the president can go ahead and be dismissing other people on the same grounds that the court said he cannot do. Is that a proposition?
Justice, we get that. We are trying to get your explanations and your understanding so that all of us are on the same page of this. So that is what we are doing. We are questioning.
No, I understand.
Get to the bottom of it. So
I'm actually not speaking to you. I'm actually not speaking to you directly. I'm speaking to the persons who are holding this view, some of whom I know, and I know they understand or ought to understand this thing, but who, some for whatever reason, either do not appreciate it or are not willing to appreciate it. That is the what I'm speaking to, not necessarily you in the studio. So forgive me if I sound as if I'm coming after you. No, not you at all. Because I know you are reflecting other people's views. The question, you already informed me that is a question that someone or some people are asking. So it is not you that are, the question did not come from you.
Okay. Well, Justice Remsai, thank you very much for speaking to us this morning. We're grateful to you. Anything you want to say finally?
I just want to assure the public that this government understands the essence, the importance of the office of the special prosecutor. We have no intention or desire to shut down the office of the special prosecutor unnecessarily. What this government, like any other government, has a duty to do, and we at the office of the Attorney General, our job is to advise on position of law and pursue the enforcement of the Constitution and every other law. Even the pursuit of that, we will have to take a step back and do things properly to ensure sustainability. That is what we have to do. And if we really want the office of the special prosecutor to stay, we should do things right from the beginning. We should do things that are sustainable, not things that are meant to just satisfy a temporary desire and score a temporary point and say that we have done it, when we know deep down our heart that it has not been done and has not been done properly. We will take every step to ensure that things that ought to be done are done while we still continue with the fight against corruption. Thank you very much, and thank you for giving me the opportunity this morning to explain.
Yes, but just by way of clarification, because you make your final point, I just would want to do this. Do you think we need the office of the special prosecutor?
We need it.
All right. Thank you very much, Justice Sremsai, Deputy Attorney General, for joining us. Beman ewu kojo. Well, so you've heard from Justice Ramsay. He's talked about the fact that, well, the question today, the special prosecutor, they say they don't need authorization. They are independent. So if you are independent and you don't need authorization, then it means the establishment must be properly done. Yeah. And if it has to be properly done, it means an amendment to Article 88 of the Constitution. So let's go through that route. But the case before the court was whether or not the special prosecutor has authorization. And the court realized that it didn't have authorization. And he's been explaining, the provisions of the law. He's talked about how it's important. And so if we want it, and as a country, and he says it must stay, then it means we have to go through the right processes to establish the office of the special prosecutor, right?
It's all very interesting, and I think I like where we've gotten to. I think it's obvious, the points that have been made by Justice Sai, particularly relating to the insistence from perhaps the OSP and his officers, the SP and his officers, I should say, that they do not require the authorization. Because I like the point he makes that if the OSP thinks he requires authorization, he knows what to do, he request it. And I also like the question you do. Because if we say we want the special prosecutor's office to stay and to work, how about initiating the authorization from the Attorney General's office directly? But I also see their challenge also, because authorization will obviously come with terms and conditions. The police's authorization to prosecute comes with conditions. For instance, the police can be prosecuting any case. The AG can just recall the case and say, do this, do that, don't prosecute again. The nolli prosequa, So all of that is embedded in the authorization. And so I see the question and I see the struggle for why there's this back and forth. But this is not something that dialogue can resolve. And I think that much as this is a legal question, this is also a political question. And where politicians want to find answers to things, they can find it. If we say today that the OSP, the Act, may be sinning against Article 88, and I think we should all wait for the Supreme Court to pronounce on that. And if you want to put together a constitutional amendment, Article 88 obviously entrenched, and so the process to amending it is much more difficult. You have to go through a referendum, and so that is much more difficult to achieve. We can do all of that. However, there are still people who hold very strong views that the OSP is already authorized to do what it's doing, and we have to wait for the Supreme Court. Hopefully,
let's wait for the Supreme Court.
They can do this as quickly as possible, because what has happened is that now the OSP literally, when it comes to its prosecutorial powers, it's all grinding to a halt. Even if the AG does not successfully recall and claim those cases, what is going to happen is every accused person is going to go before the High Court and say that, listen, this is something that your brother Justice Nante has done. But even if you don't want to take it, there's a matter before the Supreme Court. So please hold on. So those trials will be put on hold.
Yes.
If that case takes 2 years to resolve, Mr. Kisei Jabin, Sami Dakun and the team there just can't do any prosecution. So we need to resolve this.
But let me tell you what's happening, because there's a weekend sales promotion going on at, Kingdom Books and Stationery. So if you're looking to upgrade your workspace or restock your essentials, this weekend only, Kingdom Books has something special just for you. Come through and enjoy unbeatable deals on all your stationery needs, from notebooks, pens, and printers to school and office supplies. Whether you're a student, teacher, or business owner, we've got everything to keep you organized and productive. And that's not all. Transform your space with our stylish and affordable home and office furniture. I think, that would be great. I need to pass through. From comfortable office chairs, I need one, and steady desks to modern home pieces that bring life to your space. Quality meets affordability right here. Big discounts up to 70%. Quality products. 1 weekend only. Bring your family, tell a friend, and don't miss out on these amazing offers. Visit Kingdom Books office at Osu, and let's help you create the perfect space to work, learn, and live. It's happening Friday to Saturday only while stock lasts. Shop smart, save big this weekend only at Kingdom Books.
Easter is here, and Electroland says come and shop. Easter has passed. Electroland still says come and shop. So make this period special with unbeatable offers, massive discounts, and exciting free gifts. Upgrade your home entertainment. Feel the sound with your Samsung, TCL, and Media Home Theaters, and enjoy your favorite Easter movies on stunning LED smart TV. Stay cool all day with powerful air conditioners. And yes, your bedside fridge for perfectly chilled drinks. We've got you covered. Cooking for the family, do it in style with 4 to 6 burner gas cookers, complete with grill and oven. And after the feast, let Electroland handle the laundry with top and front load washing machines that make life easy. So don't wait. Visit any Electroland showroom today or shop online at electrolandgh.com. Call 050-315-9739. Electroland Ghana, home of luxury, affordable electronics.
So if you need fuel, Kokwashante, make the smart stop at Star Oil, Ghana's largest oil marketing company. With over 240 stations nationwide, they give you high quality fuel, great service, and real value for money. And this is why many Ghanaians are switching to Star Oil. And with a Star card, you can enjoy safe, cashless fueling and easy expense tracking. So wherever you go, choose Star Oil for your quality and affordable fuel.
The National Petroleum Authority is cautioning the public to desist from scooping or fetching fuel from overturned fuel tankers at accident scenes. Again, do not get closer to the scene in an attempt to take videos and pictures. Inhaling the petroleum products is detrimental to your health. Worst of all, petroleum products are volatile and highly flammable, and a small spark can trigger a catastrophic explosion, causing deaths and loss of properties. Don't let a moment of desperation lead to a lifetime of regret. If you see an overturned tanker, stay back and stay safe. Call trained professionals such as the Ghana National Fire Service or Ghana Police personnel to handle the scene, or reach the National Petroleum Authority's contact center on 0302-550-380. Your life is worth more than a gallon of fuel. This Save a Life campaign is from the National Petroleum Authority.
And Kokwashante, I've just been told that for Nkwanda number 2 to Nkoko, there's a huge traffic.
Hey.
Nkwanda number 2 to Nkoko, huge traffic, resulting in people who are stuck in the traffic for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So please, we're urging the Ghana Police Service in particular to go there and help deal with the situation. Okay, from Nkwanda number 2 to Nkoko on the Accra-Kumasi Road. But still to come here on the Super Morning Show, love or financial security? What would you choose in deciding marriage?
into the World Cup 2026 has begun. Over 200 people have already secured their 2026 World Cup experience with Adansi Travels. Visa appointments are being secured. Match ticket processes are underway. The question is simple. Will you be watching from your living room or inside the stadium? From 1 match to 2 to 3 unforgettable moments. Here is your moment to be part of history. Because when the world gathers in USA and Canada, you don't want to say, I almost went. Call Adansi Travels now on 059 550 0817 or 053 100 8550. Joy is here. Choose yours now.
Never felt this free before. I'm high and I'm getting higher.
Welcome to the Joy Sports World Cup Minute with me, Daniel Cranting. Ghana's Black Stars will camp at the Bryant University for the upcoming FIFA World Cup. With the tournament less than 2 months away, the Black Stars will utilize the Smithfield campus to fine-tune their preparations for what promises to be a grueling group stage. Ghana has been drawn against Panama, England and Croatia in a competition that starts on June 11th. Bryant University is a private institution located in Smithfield, Rhode Island. The campus is positioned about 1 hour from Boston. The selection of Bryant University provides a Ghanaian squad with top-tier athletic facilities away from the intense media glare and larger metropolitan hubs.
Yeah, and this is Mr. Solomon with Odo Chiselen, Odo Kakra, Sika Kakra, Opadepa, Susro Boarding. Kogwashanti. See, when you like the things, you see, Morganero.
Who's that?
Morganero is the biggest artist in the Volta region right now. Now, it says, Ne devieja tubekuna zangani. You understand what that means?
Please explain.
It says, if the lady is beautiful, spend some money. Spend some money. But I say, look, you know, when we're growing up, we read L'argent ne fait pas bonheur and all of. Look, money can bring you happiness.
Cash, kudi.
Master, if you don't have money, I've told you that if you don't have money, if you go to the funeral, you will pack the chest. That's your contribution to the funeral. I'm telling you. So this morning, the question is simple. This one says, good morning, what about character? Because my dad says you marry character. Okay, try it and see. It's not a bad thing. Marry character. It's good to have, look for a woman with good character, but also look for a woman who will not be a burden on you. Me, I've told you, financially.
Yes.
Because at some point you get angry. And that'll be the beginning of the end. Kogwashanti?
Yes.
So when you are marrying, you are still a bachelor. You are still trying to woo Oluwatoyin. Help her, she will get a good job and everything. But let's get on to the phone lines. You know, when it gets to these conversations, there's always a voice I love to hear. Susan Eduamankwa.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Very well, sir. Thank you.
Good.
And what about you?
Oh, as you can see, God is still taking care of his children.
Hallelujah.
Amen. So, where do you stand on this? Love or financial security?
Oh, both. Like the song you're playing, Odokaka, Sikakaka. I mean, you see, love is the main thing, but money helps. So money helps, to smoothing certain rough patches that, the relationship may go through. And if you have money and you don't have love, again, you'll go through rough patches, and love needs to smoothen those ones. So you actually need both. And for any relationship,
so when you are getting married, beyond the love, you must ensure that you can survive.
Yes, definitely, and not because the other person must make you survive, but you have to also look within yourself. So what can I do? What can I bring, to the table that will make this relationship easier? So it's not just about looking to the other person, but looking to yourself and also what you can contribute in terms of the odokakra. It should not just be you looking at the other person. Both of you should look at bringing love and bringing money to the relationship.
So, but there are those, who say that marriage sometimes should be seen. There are some of the young boys today, when they come to me, they say, "Senior, you say marriage is a strategy. So, should it be seen more like a financial investment? That you're going into it also to make sure that at the end of the day, oh boy, oh girl, you get something to go home."
I don't think marriage should be looked at it like that. It should be looked as a partnership, because everybody invests in the marriage. It's not just one person investing in the marriage. In fact, it's not even just the two people who are investing in the marriage. It's the families of the two people also invest in the marriage. So it should not be looked as just I'm going in and what can I get in. That should not be the outlook of anybody going into marriage. You go in giving of yourself. Yes, you go in expecting returns because you are investing in your time, in your emotions, in your labor, and your finances also. So you expect returns on all of them. You expect that when you love, you'll be loved in return. When you labor, the person will labor in return. When you give financially, the person will also give financially in return.
But Susan, so, quick one from me. I mean, what's wrong if a lady says, "Well, this is me. I think I'm ripe for marriage," or a man says, "Well, I think I'm ready to marry, but I want to marry a rich person. That's all I want. I mean, to hell with your love. What I want is to go in there, get somebody who has money." Is there anything wrong with that?
Yeah, I don't want to pronounce judgment on it, but in my years on earth, I think that, and what I've seen, then rich people will never get divorced. And some of the richest people in the world have not had successful marriages. And we have seen it. The one that comes to mind is the Gates. You understand? So marriage is not necessarily about money, because I don't think that the Gates issue was money. You get it, and all the others, then rich people will never get divorced. But we see rich people getting divorced, and so we know that marriage is not just about money. You can have all the money and yet be extremely unhappy with that person.
Okay.
Because the person doesn't make you feel like you are enough, or you are loved, or you are desired. And it doesn't matter how much money you throw at that, it will never be satisfactory. So, I want to marry a rich man. We always say that when we are young. They're like, "Hey, what's marry a rich man?" I mean, a rich old man, one leg in the grave, another on a banana peel. We say that to laugh. But the reality is that marriage is tough. And so it's not just about marriage. It's also about love, about understanding. And if the person loves you, you are able to go through that hurdle that throwing money at will not resolve.
Okay. Thank you very much, Susan Edwamankwa. Kwakwa Shante will learn a lot from this, Thank you very, very much for joining us. It means you can join the conversation now, folks. I'm activating the phone lines, okay? 0302216541 and then 05511119997. Kwakwa Shante, you've learned, you see? So Susan Edwamankwa makes the point and says that, well, Odokakra, Odopi, and Sikaka. This one says, let me read this message. Although I think I'll get it back. We'll get that message back. But let me tell you about the Junction Heyday, because it's time to shop smart and enjoy more, because Junction Heyday is here. For the entire month, the Junction Mall is bringing you exciting sidewalk sales and exclusive discounts from your favorite stores, all in one convenient location. So whether you're shopping for fashion, electronics, home essentials, groceries, or beauty products, Junction Heyday gives you more value every time you visit. And while you're there, make it a full lifestyle experience. Enjoy great dining options, relax with friends and family, and soak in the vibrant atmosphere that makes the Junction Mall a top shopping destination in Accra with easy access, ample parking, and great security. Your shopping experience is always comfortable and convenient. So don't miss the Junction Heyday, the month-long discount sidewalk sales happening now at the Junction Mall, Nungwa. The Junction Mall, join, explore, shop, enjoy. But let's get onto the phone lines, Santi, because Chidiak has joined us from South La. Chidiak, good morning.
Good morning, my people. First of all, may I please use your medium to congratulate the Afajapto District Chief Executive. He's doing very, very well. God bless him. And two, I am getting my lawyers ready to go to court on the issue of Unya Dia Fabrefie Unya Ka Famawukunu. Thank you.
Chidiak, so what's your position?
Pardon?
So you say that you should marry for what? Money or for love?
Both.
Both, eh? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very, very much, Chidiak, for joining us. And, Kogwasante, Chidiak, I know because his nephew was my mate. So he reminded me the last time that, that's my uncle. And I said, he's the Chidiak who's been calling into the show. Yeah.
So have you heard about voices from the Volta? Did you know that the Volta sometimes talks and whispers things that cannot be heard by ordinary ears? This May, in celebrating Arise 2026 International Justice Mission, in partnership with Image Bureau, April Communications and the National Theatre, brings you The Wet Ones, another classic dramatic masterpiece written by George Quay and directed by Derek Sewonu. Set on the haunting banks of the Volta, this raw tale of pain, ignorance, deception, mystery, and unrelenting struggle will take you deep into the lives of trafficked children forced into all sort of labor in Ghana. This play will stage only once, so mark your calendars for Saturday, 2nd May at 4 p.m. at the National Theatre. Register now for free invite. Register now for free invite at www.imagebureaugh.com or follow and interact with IGM Ghana on Facebook, IG, and X. The Wet One, Saturday, 2nd May, 4 p.m. at the National Theatre is brought to you by International Justice Mission with support from NE Plans Car Rentals, Graphic Communications Group, Joy FM, Hits FM, Joy Prime TV, and proudly produced by Image Bureau, April Communications, and the National Theatre. They call them the Wet Ones, not because they love the water, but because the water never let them go. Come hear them now before the voter claims another.
Great. And Kingdom Books and Stationery Limited, they're doing the weekend sales promotion. So if you're looking to upgrade your workspace or restock your essentials, this weekend only, Kingdom Books has something special just for you. Come through and enjoy unbeatable deals on all your stationery needs, from notebooks, pens, and printers to office and school supplies. Whether you're a student, teacher, or business owner, we've got everything to keep you organized and productive. And that's not all. Transform your space with our stylish and affordable home and office furniture, from comfortable office chairs and study desks to modern home pieces that bring life to your space. Quality meets affordability right here. Big discounts up to 70%. Quality products, one weekend only. Bring your family, tell a friend, and don't miss out on these amazing offers. Visit Kingdom Books office at Osu. Let's help you create the perfect space to work, learn, and live. It's happening this Friday to Saturday. Shop smart, save big this weekend only at Kingdom Books.
The girls are streaming the latest Netflix series. The special playlist is rolling. Daddy is on his usual Teams video call. Uploads are uploading, downloads are downloading, and not a single person says my data is finished. That is the power MTN Fiber gives you. Unlimited internet for endless streaming, endless connection, endless everything for your home. Now you get to enjoy a special range of unlimited fiber internet packages, whether you are a new or existing customer. Just log on to the My MTN app now and tap broadband or dial star 5057 hash to get your preferred unlimited MTN Fiber package. MTN, everywhere you go.
Great. So you can also join us on 0302216541 and then 05511119997. Which do you prefer? Love, or you say when it comes to marriage, money first? This one says, bro, love from the woman's side, it should be love and money. But we the men, we just need money to love a loyal woman for a while. Because when you are broke, Jack, you are in trouble. Men must be financially sound. Otherwise, God will call them. Shanti, you hear that one? If you're not financially sound, God will call you.
This one is from Isaac. It's an interesting one. He says, I also think marriage solely based on money becomes business and transactional, which might eventually face chaos. And to marry just because of love might also equally shake the integrity of the marriage in the future. And on the other hand, marriage solely based on love, i.e. the agape love, and God himself being the pivot and foundation, can be peaceful and meaningful, believing that whoever walks genuinely according to the will and purpose of God will know no lack nor chaos, come what may. Thanks. Isaac from Tebibiano. Hey, Isaac. This one says, Winston, please, you can't marry just because of love. Because with time, when demand starts, love can't pay demand. So, Odokakra Sikabebri from Onana. Onana, that is very interesting.
Onana says what?
Onana says, Charlie, if you do love, you know, they pay the bills. So, small love, and then Sikabebri. Onana, no.
Yeah, but it's true. Love doesn't pay bills. I mean, that's true. But hey, you need love, but you need money. Money can buy love. Yeah, money can buy love.
Okay.
Master, I have told you that if you don't have money, and it's time for funeral, you will pack the chest. That's your contribution.
Hey.
But when they are contributing for a funeral, are you going to say that? Look, let me tell you one thing. Particularly if a man dies and he had children from different women, and you are from a different mother.
Yes.
They'll tell you that. So what are you bringing? Yeah. You will pack chairs. It's not a bad thing to pack chairs.
Yes,
but you see, ordinarily you pay people to pack the chairs.
Yeah.
But that will be your contribution.
Also, that's
why they say Sikani Bema.
Sikani Bemo.
If you don't have money, Charlie. This is a happy birthday to an absolute brother, Richmond Kwesiafo. Commander, keep being awesome and human. It's from Ekosam and the Over Squad. And happy 50th birthday to DSP Florinda Tano of the Police Training School at Tesano. With love from your husband, children, and Inyanum. Okay, I like this. I think we can pick a few more calls. So 0302.
Sandoff, the spokesperson of the Lands Ministry says money is the most important. To hell with love. Money is the semen that gives birth to love. Hey, Sandoff. Well, that is his message. He thinks that money is brilliant.
Well, 0302216541 05511119997. Of course, marriage is very important. Money is very important in marriage. Charlie, if you don't have money, see, you can love one another at some point in time.
We are not talking about Ibrahim Muhammad level money, right? We are talking about normal level money that
can take care of the two of you. That's all.
I think, everybody.
But if every day you are crying, how can you survive?
That at least you need small in your pocket to be able to.
Oh yeah, you need small. You need something good.
Especially, and Ngofo say one call some of these restaurants to go and do some small dinner in the evening, which is money.
Stop that matter. Let's go to Tema. Claude, good morning. Hello, Claude.
Winston, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, how are you doing?
God is still taking care of his children. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Great. Tell us, what's your position?
Yes, Winston, I think love is critical. Love is very critical, even more than money. If you have all the money and you don't have love, and the money maybe in a way fades away, what happens to that love? So I think the principal
what
thing
if you have love? What if you have love too and you cannot eat? Are you going to have somebody that the two of you cannot eat?
You know, that's the misunderstanding we are having about the relationship of marriage. And everybody thinks, like you said in the song, Bermanisika or something. But, you know, in the past, the women complemented the men. People were saying in the past, women were not working. But you go into the past, women were either sewing, they were teachers, they were secretaries, they were selling in the market, and they complemented the men. Now it comes that is the man who should take up all responsibility, and the woman is just like an aide or like a house help. No, In the past, women helped. You go into the Bible, if you have a good woman, she does all the things that women of the old were doing business, helping at home. So if you do not have love and you are the man, maybe one day you get sick, you can't get the money again, then you are done.
Okay.
So I think love is critical. Love.
Thank you very, very much. This one says, as money and love, they come together. Without money, men cannot be respected, regarded, and loved by women at all. So me, I will say money comes first, then love follows. Respect and regard. I can see the DP, Gogo Ashanti, and I see that the DP, this one is from my friend Ras Meow. Yes, Ras Meow. Now, Isaac Yabua sends a message. Says, Winston, you and Gogo Ashanti should define what love is, and you will know it's all about resources. Kudi, aka cash. This message from Nanaya says, hello, Winston and Kweku. Please, money is very important, not only in marriage, but in every aspect of life. Please don't do as if we the women like money, ama. I think men too want to marry women who work and not to take too much from them. Nanaya, I absolutely agree with you. And I made this point this morning that, I mean, even me as a man, if I want to, I mean, when I was going to marry, I wanted a woman who was working, who wasn't going to depend on me for sustenance. No. So you're right. Kwashi says, Winston, if it is money, then your great grandfather would not have married. All they needed was food in the house. But that's the money. That's the money. You see, that's the money. Anyway, well, it's just about 4 minutes to the end of the show. So, folks, thank you very, very much for joining us with all your thoughts here on the Super Morning Show. My name is Winston Amoah, and I have been doing this with Bismarck Kweku Asante, whom I call Koku Ashanti. Do enjoy your weekend. See you on